Good morning, everyone. Yes, Subhashis, you are right that if Satluj Yamuna link canal, whatever water is going to Pakistan, if we divert for Punjab, that is eastern rivers, of course, the same water could be useful for Haryana as well. So, within the ambit of the treaty of Indus Valley Treaty, eastern rivers, the Indian rivers. So one way to solve the problem of the water dispute between Punjab and Haryana, which thing to uh, collect the water of the Ravi, Bias, Satluj for Punjab more. And if we store that water in Punjab, then of course the same water could be transferred to Haryana. If so Punjab will be having surplus water not to allow in Pakistan because eastern rivers are Indian rivers. And hardly how much water we are utilizing of Indus Basin, 20%. That is very logical if we use entire water of the eastern rivers, our rights. And then of course, so the topic today will be the remaining rivers, and we understood that either Ganga or Yamuna or Satluj or Beas or Ravi, states will be changed, nature of the river will be same. So we need not to worry more about that which state is passing through. If we have diagram in our mind, some crude idea we would be having. Perfection is not needed in this exam. Multiple revisions, honest efforts, and we have to accept, we have to forget many things. एंड भूलना बीमारी बिल्कुल नहीं है, भूलना नेचुरल है. भूलेंगे फिर याद करेंगे. दैट टेंडेंसी कीप ऑन डूइंग द सेम थिंग. सो वी हैव टू एक्सेप्ट इट. ओके, just carry on, move ahead, just like the river, revising again and again, same thing. And then very soon you will be having a kind of expertise of many more topics, but nobody is able to do 100% questions. Even questions are given to me, I won't be able to solve many geography questions. Just think about the kind of area or the kind of horizon, so broader the horizon of the knowledge. So only thing, relatively we have to improve ourselves. So first of all, the kind of Indus, and then we have dealt with little bit Ganga Basin. And Ganga Basin, some rivers we have discussed yesterday. The river Ganga, river Alaknanda, and also the Yamuna, and also Ram Ganga or Gomti. Can you tell me still which river is purely UP river? Not in Bihar, not in Uttarakhand, not in Nepal, and meeting with the Ganga near Kannauj, Gomti river. Which river is also known as Saryu river at Ayodhya? Ghagra river. Which river is passing through the Jim Corbett National Park? Ram Ganga river. And which river is also disputed between India and Pakistan, or the tributary of Jhelum? Ram Ganga or Kishan Ganga? Kishan Ganga. Which river is known to pass through Himachal Pradesh, Haryana, and UP? Then which river this one? Yamuna river. So if image is emerging, little bit you are recalling the things, it is okay. And of course, with the same knowledge and revision, we could have the better idea of flow. Gradually interest develop ho jata hai, then we have the more thrust, and anything in the newspaper we can pick easily, we can absorb. So the topic is now the remaining rivers. For example, one river after Ghagra, one river, which river? River Gandak. Gandak is also a famous tributary of Ganga. And about the river Gandak, if I say, east of the Ghagra, river Gandak. But river Gandak has source, if we make a map here, for example, it is Uttarakhand, it is Nepal, and it is the Sikkim area, this, and the river Ganga, Ganga river like that, and this, the river Alaknanda, and also parallel to Ganga, the Yamuna, and also river Ram Ganga and river Gomti. And after Gomti, which river? River Ghagra, also called as Karnali in Nepal, and Saryu at Ayodhya side. Tibet, Nepal, UP and Bihar near Chhapra. But this river is the river, if we make a different color, it is the Gandak river. And with thick line, if we draw, this river is the river Gandak. River Gandak here. Can you tell me the famous river Gandak is having source in which area? If diagram you are aware of little bit, source is Nepal. Nepal, Himalaya. You need not to worry which exact place in other countries. If it is too important river, main river like Indus, we have to know. Or even the longest tributary of the Indus Satluj river, for example. But most of the river outside India, we need not to having exact place, but we can easily say which Himalaya? Nepal, Himalayas. The river Gandak. But after Nepal, this river is bound to come to Indian plain areas, crossing the Tarai belt, Nepal, Bihar border and also UP. It is touching little bit UP as well, easternmost UP and making the border with the Bihar and then entering Bihar. UP Bihar border also we say. Actually UP Nepal Bihar border. One side UP here, one side here the Bihar, one side the Nepal. River Gandak, Champaran area of the Bihar. And also one side is the Kushinagar or easternmost area of the UP. And one side the Nepal. Even some dispute with Nepal also because this river is shifting the course. Then some dispute also there with the Nepal. So if question comes up, Gandak river is also a river, famous river of the Ganga basin, tributary of the Ganga. And it is also making the natural boundary between UP and Bihar and Nepal area. Which river making the boundary of Uttarakhand, Himachal and also Haryana, UP and the Yamuna river. Which river is making the border between India and Pakistan, Red Cliff line, Ravi river. Which river making the India-Nepal boundary, the Kali river. So similar kind of information you can collect the same very time, okay. Which other country, which other river making the boundary, natural boundary. So natural boundary you can say between UP, Bihar and one side the Nepal. And this river is then going in Bihar area long distance and then finally this river is joining at Sonpur. One place is there in Bihar at Sonpur with Ganga. Meets with Ganga. Meets with Ganga. River Gandak. But one question is there that if river coming from Nepal and of course Nepal having high region and the water flow is faster in mountain of the Nepal than hydropower generation, but technically Nepal is not as superior as India. And India is having lots of demand of the electricity because we have the large economy, demand is more. Then one kind of cooperation we can do with each other. With cooperation that India technically help Nepal for development of the hydropower and in return India could also purchase hydropower at cheaper cost. That we call give and take relationship. So mutual cooperation. So from which country we are purchasing hydropower? Nepal. And another country could also be there having Himalayan zone, Bhutan. Because China and India, we don't have good relationship, but as far as Nepal, Bhutan, that also India can develop the hydropower of these rivers like Gandak, like Ghagra. Even in Kali river also we were considering. But India is now discussing with Nepal. So some projects of hydropower will also come up and some under construction, either Gandak or Ghagra or river Kali as well in future. So this river is good for hydropower or not good for hydropower? Good for hydro. Hydro potential is there. India can help, you can say. Indian help. But India is purchasing as well. So this river, the Gandak, but very close to Gandak river, one more river is also there. And this river is, which river here? That is Tarai belt of the Bihar, Champaran zone. And very close to this, and then many more places here of Bihar. Then this river is Bodhi Gandak river. Bodhi Gandak. Regarding Bodi Gandak, I even told you one fact with you. Which fact? That this river Bodi Gandak source is Nepal or Tarai of Bihar region, Tarai plains. Like which zone? Tarai plain, Champaran. And northern Bihar, Tarai plains. Then it is going to other area as well. And it is meeting one place is there, Khagaria in Bihar. But we can't remember. As I said, all the facts we can't remember. So Champaran finally meets at one place, one region. Which place of Bihar? खगड़िया. Only thing, अररिया खगड़िया इस तरह के नेम बिहार में है. थोड़ा इंटरेस्ट ले लें कि अभी देख लिया करें मैप बिहार का भी, यूपी का. So this way is good one that okay, we need not to too much worried about the facts. चंपारण भूल जाएं, खगड़िया भूल जाएं, पर इतना याद रखना है बूढ़ी गंडक इज रिवर ऑफ विच स्टेट? बिहार. So Champaran, Khagaria and Muzaffarpur, in between many more places are there, and this river Bodi Gandak. But this river, if I say cutting any mountain or only plain area river, plain. One more river is also completely plain area river of the Ganga basin. Which river? Gomti river. Gomti purely in the UP and Bodi Gandak purely in Bihar. So Bodi Gandak and the Gomti almost similar kind of river. But Bodi Gandak river is also known for one fact, and we discussed in the past this fact. I think it is famous for slow flow in the plain area, and famous for which lake? With slow flow, with more meandering, Oxbow Lake. This Oxbow Lake is also known as Kamartal, Asia's largest Oxbow Lake. And Kamartal is also having another name, Kabartal. So one more name, Kamartal, same. It is which kind of lake? Asia's largest Oxbow Lake. And recently this particular lake also in conservation process we are trying to conserve it under international important conservation list, Ramsar Convention. एक लिस्ट में इसको शामिल किया गया था, इसलिए क्वेश्चन पूछ लिया था ये. और ये कहाँ बनती है? बीच में बूढ़ी गंडक वाले जोन में एक प्लेस पड़ता है, बेगूसराय. विच एरिया? Begusarai. So if question comes up, Begusarai, Kamartal, which river we are talking about? Bodi Gandak. Begusarai is a place where which lake is there? Kamartal or Kabartal. That is a famous different kind of shape Oxbow lake made by the rivers like Bodi Gandak. And scholars even having dispute as well, because Gandak river earlier the Bodi Gandak word this river, the channel of this, the scholars say earlier Gandak flowed, Gandak gradually shifted here और इसी पानी को दूसरी रिवर ने ऑक्यूपाई कर लिया. तो कभी कभी गंडक बूढ़ी गंडक का जो पास्ट है एक रहा है. तो जहाँ पर आज बूढ़ी गंडक फ्लो कर रही है, अर्लियर इवन गंडक रिवर वॉज देयर, गंडक गॉट शिफ्टेड. तो कभी कभी कुछ गवर्नमेंट वेबसाइट में मिल जाता है कि Oxbow Lake, this lake also formed by Gandak river. So in the past. But if present condition, Bodi Gandak is separate, Gandak is separate. So river can change the path and then another river can emerge in that. And one more river is quite important river of this zone, and you all know this name. Which river this one? The river Kosi. Here we have to focus. Why we have to focus this river? Because this river is a river known for causing flood in Bihar. River Kosi. Kosi river is having one tag, sorrow of Bihar. Because of which reason? Flood. So whenever flood we have to understand, then which is the best example to understand the river flood? The river Kosi, India. So Kosi caused so much flood in the past, even present times also time to time flood. Then we discuss the Kosi river a lot. Sorrow of Bihar, Bihar ka dukh, Bihar ka shok, Kosi Nadi. So sorrow of Bihar. But reason we have to search why this river we have called that sorrow of Bihar. But other river also having more water, like Ghagra has more water than the Kosi. But the term Kosi, which river in your opinion can cause more flood? Those have more volume of water, plus those run in the same path, or those can suddenly change the path. Suddenly change the path. So Kosi has this tendency. Kosi is known to shift its course many times. So which thing we can also note down regarding the Kosi? That river Kosi is also a river known to shift the course, known to shift the path many times in the past, known to shift the course. अपना रास्ता बदलती रहती है कोसी समय समय पर, known to shift the course. But which factor is forcing river to shift the course? Sediments could be the hurdle in the path of the river, and river could be. But why sediments becoming hurdle here, not other river as much as the Kosi? It means that this river is bringing more sediment, less sediments, more sediment. And how one river can bring more sediments? Once river is faster, slower. Fast river cut more, bring more sediment, then deposit more. So in mountain area, once Kosi is there, it is fast enough. But why river could be faster once it is coming from high region, low region, high region, and which is the highest region, Mount Everest. So Kosi river has origin very close to Mount Everest, thus picking up more speed, and very close, not exactly Mount Everest, but closer to Mount Everest. And with high steep slope, it comes faster, cutting mountain much and more sediment. In between, it is also getting many tributaries, so it is having more water, more sediment further. And then suddenly Bihar comes. Bihar is lowland, highland, lowland, then depositing sediment, whatever it brought, and then shifting the path. So if I say that famous river Kosi is synonymous to flood more, Bihar ka dukh, Bihar ka shok. But if we discuss Kosi in detail, because this is the important river for case study of the flood, then Kosi river, if I say having the source, again, which Himalaya? Nepal Himalaya. Near which mountain? Near Mount Everest. Not exactly Mount Everest, rather near Mount Everest. And thus this river in mountain steep slope of Mount Everest side, then it is a fast river and cutting easily. So faster flow in mountain side. Faster flow will give more erosion or more cutting. And more erosion means which material? More sediments. But one more thing is reason of flood in Bihar region, that this river also has, no doubt Ganga has more water being the main river, and Ghagra is the largest tributary also, but Kosi also famous for volume of water after Ganga and Ghagra. What is the reason of more water? When this river come from Mount Everest, then actually it is having the border, Tibet-Nepal border, like Ghagra. So it is because Mount Everest का एक पार्ट तिब्बत में है, एक पार्ट नेपाल में. We have to know it. So कोसी का एग्जैक्ट सोर्स ये तिब्बत नेपाल बॉर्डर, कुछ किलोमीटर तिब्बत में भी चलती है रिवर, तिब्बत नेपाल बॉर्डर. And then Nepal too, it comes to directly to which state? Bihar. Tibet Nepal Bihar border, and meeting with Ganga, meets Ganga. एक कुर्सेला करके जगह पड़ती है कटिहार डिस्ट्रिक्ट में. Meets Ganga at Kursela. Kursela is one place in Bihar. Which district? Katihar. Eastern Bihar or Western Bihar? Eastern Bihar. And this river is also known by one more name here. We call this river Saptakosi as well. Which Kosi? Saptakosi. Saptakoshi भी कह देते हैं कभी उसको, Saptakoshi. What could be the reason to call it Saptakoshi? 7 rivers. For example, initially when this river is coming from the Nepal and Tibet-Nepal border, initially this river is like that, very close to Mount Everest source. Initially this river is called as Arun Kosi. Which river? Arun Kosi, or simply Arun river also we can call in Nepal, Arun river. Just like you can say uh, name of the river, for example, घाघरा रिवर कॉल्ड बाय विच नेम इन नेपाल? करनाली. गंडक का भी एक नेम है नेपाल में इसको नारायणी रिवर भी कहा जाता है. विच रिवर? नारायणी रिवर. So Narani River. Suppose just I forgot to mention, but I remember later on. I can write down. Similarly, in the notes, if anything you are missing, you can update later on. So Gandak River has another name, Narani River, and Ghagra has another name, Karnali River in Nepal. And the similar way, what is the name of the Kosi River in Nepal? Arun River. In the beginning, this river is Arun River, but many more rivers join in Nepal. Dod Kosi, Tamar Kosi, Sun Kosi, these kind of names are there. And together, once many rivers come here or here like that, then all together these rivers we call by which name? We call joint water by which name? Saptkoshi. Saptkoshi or Saptkoshi. But what is the first name of the Kosi river? Arun river. Sun river, Tamar river, Dud Kosi river. Many names are there. But Arun is the main river in the beginning, near Mount Everest. So if it has Saptkoshi or it has name like you can say the Arun, Sun Koshi, Tamar Koshi, Dud Koshi, this kind of name are also there. कोसी के पार्ट हैं ये, बिगिनिंग अरुण रिवर से. तो दिस काइंड ऑफ टर्म सप्तकोशी. देन मोर वॉल्यूम, लेस वॉल्यूम इन नेपाल, दिस रिवर हैविंग more volume, faster flow and more volume of water and with more sediments. But when the same river with more volume and more sediment come here, UP and Nepal or Nepal and Bihar border, Nepal and Bihar border. After coming into Nepal and Bihar border, suddenly speed is slower because river is now in plain area or mountain area? In plain area. And excess deposition of the sediment, excessive deposition of sediment, deposition of sediments in Nepal-Bihar border. Because Nepal-Bihar border is plain area, speed is decreased considerably, then is river deposit the sediment. But you know it very well, once sediments are too much, river will avoid the same flow or river will be going on above that, avoid. So river if turning little bit, we will call shift the course. But if river is turning like that, to avoid that, then the people living in that area would be under flood. So excessive deposition of sediment force the river to shift the path or shift the course, forcing the river shifting the course. So which river shift the course easily? Having more sediment, less sediments? More sediments. After coming in plain area, shifting the course, and thus it is causing easily the flood. So river flood normally in India we observe then river changing the course. That is the natural thing by the river. So river fixed in the path, river can change the path as well, can change the path. And the sediments, river bringing in future the same sediment forcing the river to do meandering, shifting little bit. And then here. But you know very well which other causes could also be there for the river flood. If we search the cause of the river flood, we have to give of course the main cause, but many more causes could also be there. Because we have seen other water crisis, other pollution, any topic in the Himalayan disasters, case studies, and everywhere we have seen, it is not only single cause. So if I write down causes of river flood, then which could be the causes in your opinion of the river flood? Causes of river flood. Then be specific to river flood. Suppose water is inundating in surrounding area, inundation of water or water is overflowing. Then what could be the causes here? Then again you have to think in two ways, natural causes and man-induced causes. That is the best way to think in our mind. Even you can write down by making the major head. Suppose in one more page I write down the cause of the river flood. Next slide. As a case study of the Kosi River, causes of river flood. Then now you are in a position to tell me the causes. Suppose I say natural cause, and one side I say the anthropogenic or man-induced. Then which natural factors you can write down? Yes. In natural factor, which one? Excess rainfall. In monsoon season, especially we have fear. So whichever time the rainy season time heavy rainfall, then more chance of flood that time. So excessive rainfall. Especially which season? Mainly monsoon season, July, August, Sawan, Bhado, monsoon season. Sometime we have the high rainfall, particular time, July, August, for example. Chance is there, excess rainfall naturally. And second factor, naturally, which factor could be there? That if, yes, a river passing through the weaker rock, sedimentary rock, cutting a lot these sediments with a steep flow, then natural cause like a steep slope in mountain, a steep slope of mountain. So high rainfall time, also steep slope of mountain further supporting. And of course, these factors will of course helping in shifting the course in plain area. Shift the course in which area? In mountain side or plain area? In plain. So these are the natural factor, for example. But which anthropogenic factor also you can say aggravating or enhancing the situation? Then the same factors you can write down. Which factor? Deforestation, wetland encroachment and climate change. ये तीन चार तो आपको याद आ ही जाएंगे, तो लिख दीजिए उसको, जिससे माइंड आपका रिलैक्स हो जाए. कुछ लिख लिया, मेंटल पीस आएगी और भी पॉइंट याद आने शुरू हो जाएंगे. सो यू नोट वेरी वेल दैट डिफोरेस्टेशन आप कहीं भी लगा सकते हैं, पर और क्या फैक्टर है एंथ्रोपोजेनिक में? लाइक डिफोरेस्टेशन आप लिख दें. विच फैक्टर? डिफोरेस्टेशन. एंड ऑल्सो विच काइंड ऑफ फैक्टर यू कैन राइट डाउन? एज आई सेड, पहले लिख दें, बाद में सोचिए क्यों लिखा था. तो इससे क्या होता है कि अपने ऊपर कॉन्फिडेंस रहता है कि कुछ तो ना कुछ तो लिख देंगे हम. दिस अप्रोच वी मस्ट हैव. कुछ तैयार होना चाहिए मटेरियल हमारे पास. डिफोरेस्टेशन एंड विच थिंग ऑल्सो? वेटलैंड इंक्रोचमेंट. वाटर क्राइसिस आ जाए तब भी ये लिखेंगे, वाटर सरप्लस हो जाए, फ्लड आ जाए तब भी ये लिखेंगे, हीट वेव आ जाए तब भी ये लिखेंगे, साइक्लोन तक में भी लिख दें आप. परेशान मत होइए कि लिख दें, आप ऑटोमेटिकली वो प्रूव कर लेंगे आप. और एक फैक्टर तो हमेशा यूनानिमस है, डिजीज़ हो तब, वाइल्ड लाइफ लॉस हो तब, हीट वेव आ रही है तब, क्लाइमेट चेंज, लॉस ही लॉस है बस. क्लाइमेट चेंज, यस. एनी अदर पॉइंट इज देयर एंथ्रोपोजेनिक फैक्टर? ऑफ कोर्स वो भी आपको पता ही है कि चलिए माइनिंग वगैरह के पार्ट है. माइनिंग यू कैन राइट डाउन दिस थिंग. यूपीएससी आज दिस क्वेश्चन ऑल्सो, सैंड माइनिंग. बट थोड़ा सा यहाँ पर एक्सेसिव कर दिया करें, एक्सेसिव सैंड माइनिंग. And which other factor also in control in causing the flood? Yes, mismanagement of the dam. Dams are supposed to manage the river, but if we do not manage properly a dam, here it is important that which term you are writing down, the kind of adjective you are using. Excessive sand mining. Sand mining itself is not dangerous, but once we go for excess, same in the development, excessive sand mining. And also which thing you can write down here, the dam mismanagement, डैम एंड बराज मिसमैनेजमेंट. कभी कभी मिसमैनेजमेंट हो जाता है, and this management of bigger scale, then it may lead to collapse of the dam collapse, then whatever water we are holding, it can all of a sudden come out. So dam design, dam site, so you can say the mismanagement, choosing the location of the dam, and also storage of how much water we have to store, how much water we have to release. Then in the dam and barrage also, they come sometime mismanagement of barrage in this part. And um, you may write down if anything other than that, then कोई और पॉइंट आपके माइंड में आ सकता है एंथ्रोपोजेनिक, unplanned housing or concretization, which thing also the unplanned urbanization, जहाँ देखिए वहाँ पे घर बना दिए गए. अब रिवर फ्लो कर रही है, अब बिल्कुल उसके किनारे पर आ गए, फिर थोड़ा कुछ लोग रिस्क लेते हैं, हाँ, और कुछ लोग उनके रिस्क को तैयार रहते हैं, उनके रिस्क को लालच देने के लिए, ग्रेड के लिए कि चलिए दे देंगे, सस्ते हाउसेस दे देंगे आपको. देन व्हाट दे डू, इंक्रीज द हाइट ऑफ द बैंक लिटिल बिट, एंड देन रिवर यहाँ पे हाउस बनाने लगते हैं, बिल्कुल रिवर के अंदर तक पहुँच जाते हैं. Of course, raising the height, filling it, and then going inside. And if normally river is flowing in the central area more, but once during the rainy season time more water, and also sediments are one side pushing the river to shift as well, little bit like it got shifted, then river will come to that area. Then people complain river has entered our area, बाढ़ आ गई हमारे घरों तक. तो रिवर ने बाढ़ कर दी, हम रिवर के एरिया में आ गए, वी कम इन रिवर एरिया, वी इंक्रोच द रिवर एरिया. दैट इज ऑल्सो कॉल्ड अनप्लान्ड अर्बनाइजेशन एंड इंक्रोचमेंट ऑफ द रिवर बेड. इंक्रोचमेंट especially in which area? Encroachment in खादर area or flood plain area of the river. Flood plain, जहाँ पे रिवर फ्लड जनरली करती है, ये 5 ईयर के बाद, 6 ईयर के बाद, 7 ईयर के बाद भी encroachment in the flood plain. So that thing is also we are observing, one of the cause here, especially in Khadar area, Doob area, the chance है. So you will see recently Delhi, one example last year, then in Delhi Yamuna Khadar plain area, Yamuna even caused flood. Earlier we thought Yamuna is known for drying river, dead river, but suddenly heavy rainfall started in Himachal and Uttarakhand side, then Yamuna got more water. We could not properly manage our dams on the Yamuna, and we allowed water to reach to Delhi, and Delhi people living so much closer to the river Yamuna, and river caused the flood. So encroachment of flood plain like that. Sometimes also one more reason is there, especially in the urban area. One river is, suppose not only housing construction, we are dumping lots of garbage in our rivers, and we are also throwing the garbage in our drains. And then in the rainy season time, when drains are choked, then it is, for example, easy for the flood in the side also. So one more reason, not proper drainage, because choked drainage, or you can say the here. So one more problem we are observing through the garbage, the choked drain or choking the drains. बहुत सारे ड्रेन्स जो है पानी निकलने के रास्ते बंद कर दिए गए, इतना हर जगह प्लास्टिक गार्बेज, then these are choking the drains. Then no option other than overflowing. So we are observing these all causes, the anthropogenic causes. So you can say, but can you prove deforestation? How deforestation here? You note very well. Suppose if we have the trees in any given area, suppose it is the slopy surface, and we have the trees here, then water will run faster, slower. Slower. Trees roots binding the soil also, no binding. So less sediment, more sediment, less sediment, slow flow of the water. So neither river rushing forward nor having sediment much because of the trees. But we remove the trees, then faster flow plus more sediments. Because now no more protection or binding the soil, then river will cut. So deforestation in mountain area is dangerous. It is bound to increase the flood in the plain area, low-lying area. So if Nepal, the country, we see the deforestation, it is dangerous for the India as well. The mutual cooperation with Nepal and Bhutan very much necessary, that their forests must be conserved. Otherwise India could have much flood also. So it is only India. Beyond India, also planning of the river flood beyond India in our neighborhood. So in mountain side, if deforestation especially, which side deforestation is very dangerous? Mountain side, because already slopey surface and trees roots are binding the soil. But deforestation will lead to soil erosion, more sediment. सॉइल की कटिंग हो जाएगी, ये पार्टिकल आएंगे, सेडिमेंट बढ़ा देंगे, ये फास्टर फ्लो एज वेल, सो सेडिमेंट क्वांटिटी ऑल्सो मोर. वेटलैंड इंक्रोचमेंट, फ्लड प्लेन भी वेटलैंड है या ड्राई लैंड है? वेटलैंड ही है. वेटलैंड इंक्रोचमेंट आइदर बाई गार्बेज और बाई मेकिंग द हाउसेस. द सेम एग्जाम्पल वेटलैंड इंक्रोचमेंट. And climate change, you know, anytime heavy rainfall can begin now, anytime less rainfall. So whichever time excessively high rainfall, then flood. And also rapid melting of glacier, further excessive water is reaching to the river. So you can see climate change in many ways, increasing temperature, increasing the oceanic moisture, making big clouds sometimes. So in rainy season time, high rainfall too much in particular time, then leading to overflowing of the river. So these point first of all we can write down, and then we can give example. For example, Kosi की flood का example, which river Kosi flood, especially in 2008. So 2008 flood, massive flood in India. The some good example of the flood like Kosi flood 2008. But recently, which flood? Yamuna flood in which year? Yamuna flood 2023 last. केवल यमुना फ्लड आई या लास्ट ईयर रिवर सतलुज बियास बोथ? रिवर सतलुज, रिवर बियास. सतलुज बियास कॉज फ्लड इन पंजाब एंड पंजाब सराउंडिंग, हिमाचल सराउंडिंग, कुल्लू, मनाली, many region by Bias. Satluj river also cause flood in Himachal, Punjab, and Yamuna cause flood in Uttarakhand to Himachal to Haryana to Delhi. So these were the example of flood of last year, 2023. But again, when July, August will come, June, July, again flood. It has become the new normal. And also we have now urban flood as well, because urban area already much concretization. Which thing also? More concretization. Which problem of concretization? Concretization is porous, non-porous? Non-porous. If rainfall is occurring, then where is water? You can say water is unable to go inside. पानी आगे भी नहीं बढ़ पा रहा है कि बिल्डिंग आ गई है जगह जगह पर, and surface concretize हो गई है. Water is also neither going horizontally nor vertically. The water is stagnating. So water stagnation is causing flood. Concrete surface, non-porous surface or porous surface? Non-porous. Purposefully concrete को बनाया जाता है इस तरीके के porous ना हो, ये पानी अंदर ज़्यादा नहीं. तो जितना concretization हो रहा है urban area, more flood. So we are observing one more kind of flood, whichever urban areas. For example, Delhi example also, the Delhi flood. Also which flood? Delhi flood 2023, and also Srinagar flood in the past, 2014 flood. Chennai flood in 2015. Chennai 2015. एंड मुंबई फ्लड. अपने आप ही लिख दें, आप ज़्यादा सोचिए मत, बस ईयर मत. चेन्नई, मुंबई, हैदराबाद, पुणे. यूपीएससी ने क्वेश्चन पूछा है 2020 में हैदराबाद, पुणे गॉट फ्लड, द काउज इज बिहाइंड दैट. सो यू मे राइट डाउन. मुंबई, चेन्नई को आप लिख दिया करें ऐसे ही. बहुत बार फ्लड आने लगी. अब तो दिल्ली में भी, एंड जितनी बारिश मुंबई में होती दिल्ली में हो जाए तो आधा दिल्ली फ्लड में हो जाएगा. वो तो पानी नहीं बरसता दिल्ली में. सो वी कैन से that many cities, Himalayan cities, non-Himalayan cities, coastal, then we are having the time of the flood in urban area. UPSC has many question mains examination about the urban flood or river flood, main river flood, big example in even villages also, the Kosi flood. पटना में लिख दें फ्लड आई थी, यस. तो इस तरह से आप डिनाई मत करिएगा फ्लड नहीं आई. ऑल ऑफ सडन फ्लड कभी ना कभी आई है, कई शहरों में आती है जहाँ रिवर गुजर रही है, फ्लड के चांस बनेंगे. So these are the causes and with examples, and some common thing you can write down. But if we say excessive sand mining कैसे flood कर सकती है, can you justify? Once we remove the sand here, actually sands are sponges absorbing the water. If we remove the sand, then very hard structure is available beneath the non-porous sand. So we remove the sand, then a hard rock surface that will not absorb much water quickly. So you can say flood is there. So active sand mining, UPSC asked this question that some people say that sand mining से flood control होगी क्योंकि river shift नहीं करेगी path, sand नहीं होगा, पर ज़्यादा sand निकाल लिया तब भी problem आ सकती है. तो एक्सिव सैंड माइनिंग एंड कभी कभी तो ये इतना सैंड निकाल लिया जाता है लीगल वे में मशीनें लगा के ड्रेजिंग करके रिवर के बेड पर कि वो रिवर का जो एक साइड इतना खोखला हो जाता है पानी उधर ही चला जाता है. देन लिटरली वाटर कैन शिफ्ट because we create so much low lying area by cutting and cutting near the river side, excessive sand mining. So sand mining can also lead to flood by changing the behavior of the physiography of that area. So sponge effect जो है वो ख़त्म करते हैं हम एक्टिव सैंड माइनिंग से. इस सैंड किसका काम करता है? स्पॉन्ज का. स्पॉन्ज इफेक्ट इज मिनिमाइज, sponge effect is reduced after excessive sand mining. So you may even consider that these are the reason. So what is the purpose? Once you write down, simply you have to figure out the points, which are the point, or 1 or 2, 3 line you can write down about that. One or two. Excessive sand mining is reducing the sponge effect and thus enhancing the flood. Deforestation and at the mountain slope, accelerating the speed of the water and consequently more erosion, and with more sediments, then the deposition and shifting the course. In that flow you can write down, or you can make a line chart, a flow chart, okay, how it can happen. So this way examiner having the idea that not only you know the analytical ways, but also you are very precise, concise, okay, with cause and effect relationship. So we need not to write down much, but we have to write down a smaller small paragraph. Then within that word limit you can write down. So जो पॉइंट भी आपको लगते हैं बता देने चाहिए, 3-4 बता दें उसमें, बाकी को बिसाइड दिस दीज आर द कॉजेज. यस प्लीज. Glough is glacial lake outburst flood, but you may write down one thing here. For example, dam and mismanagement. For example, if you recall that recently in Sikkim 2023 October month, what happened? One lake got you can say outburst that we call glacial lake outburst flood, South Lonak Lake. One example you can take up. You are right that 2023 one lake of which state? South Lonak Lake. Which example we have discussed glacial lake outburst flood Glough in October 2023. But if you know the Sikkim, this one, Sikkim state here, and here one lake that was on the mountain overflow. Then this reason of this glacial lake outburst flood, then scholars said, or the kind of reports came up by different report, NASA satellite report, Indian satellite report also, that it could be result of the cloud burst or avalanche landslide altogether even. Then whatever the factor, once this lake water quickly rushed toward downward, then which river was there? River Testa. Which river? River Testa. And then Testa river पर डैम बने हुए थे, and one dam was here. Many dams were there, कुछ डैम ऊपर बने हुए थे, but जो डैम यहाँ पर था, the water hit on this dam, and that was Testa third. इसका नाम था चुंगथैंग डैम. Which dam? चुंगथैंग डैम. And already Tista water was there behind the dam. And once more water further came from the burst of this lake, then extra pressure. And extra pressure, then dam wall got collapsed. Approximately 14,000 crore rupees investment in one stroke got vanished. And just check here the kind of 14,000 crore project, Chungthang Dam, Tista 3 project. And it led to the excessive flow of the water in southern Sikkim, and finally even northwest Bengal as well, Darjeeling and surrounding area as well. Still the kind of impact is being visible, you can say, is seen or manifested in this area. So glacial lake outburst flood. But what is the reason of glacial lake outburst flood? It could be a result of the global warming. बस इतना लिख दें, climate change induced glacial lake outburst flood of South Lunak Lake caused the massive flood in Sikkim state by collapsing which dam? Teesta 3 project or Chungthang Dam. Why Teesta 3 this word use? Because कई डैम है, तीस्ता 1, तीस्ता 2, तीस्ता 3 like that. पर उनके स्पेसिफिक नेम थे which dam on तीस्ता 3? चुंगथैंग डैम. लोकेशन होगी चुंगथैंग वाली. तो चुंगथैंग डैम गॉट collapsed. एंड कुछ और डैम भी थे. फॉर्चुनेटली पानी इधर आ गया. अगर वो प्रेशर पानी का ज़्यादा रहता और ज़्यादा तो और भी डैम टूटते. तो mismanagement of dam also, you can say, the kind of sites. So we have to make sure once we select the dam site, is it closer to any glacial lake or not. So glacial lake, extra water can have pressure. We have to make a resilient structure. Okay, if lake will burst, then this dam will not collapse. So overall, in recent time, October 2023, Chungthang Dam got collapsed. Massive flood in Sikkim and West Bengal. A massive flood by which river? Teesta river. Massive flood by Teesta. Confined to only Sikkim or West Bengal or both? Sikkim, West Bengal, both. So you can say that cascading impact, one disaster may lead to another disaster. So river flood is also the consequence of what is happening in mountainside. Glacial lake outburst flood, any landslide, Kedarnath flood, Mandakini river overflowed. The rocks fell down with massive landslide. पहले क्लाउड बस्ट हुआ, एवलांचेस हुए, पानी बहुत ज़्यादा भर गया, मंदाकिनी रिवर ओवरफ्लो कर गई, पत्थर गिर पड़े और ओवरफ्लो कर गई. So we have to say that the kind of impact altogether. So could be many reasons also. So you can write also the climate change impact, especially in which part also. Glacial lake outburst flood और लैंडस्लाइड भी कर रहे हैं क्लाइमेट चेंज. अचानक क्लाउड बस्ट वगैरह हो जाते हैं. क्लाउड बस्ट, लैंडस्लाइड, एवलांचेस एज वी हैव सीन. तो कॉम्बिनेशन देख रहे हैं अभी हम क्लाइमेट चेंज की वजह से कि क्लाउड बस्ट होगा, लैंडस्लाइड शुरू होंगे, एवलांचेस भी होंगे, प्लस ग्लेशियर लेक आउटबर्स्ट फ्लड, एंड देन even further one damage you can say this entire structure, water flow can damage the any dam also. So for you can say these are interlinked. Unplanned construction be no doubt haphazard, then building can collapse easily, unplanned urbanization altogether. So you need not to worry regarding every point you have to explain. Rather 3-4 points you can explain, 3-4 points you can write down. Okay, and plan. They just pick your habit that whether you are on the track or not. When they get impressed, even you don't write much afterwards, they are not going to punish you, or rather they are giving to more marks. So that is the nature that within the word limit we have to write down some key point we can choose and we can explain in simple cause-effect relationship logical fashion, and then further we can say okay other factor like that. But if we know that many rivers can cause flood like Kosi as in 2008, then what could be the remedy here in your opinion to control the flood, not to reoccur much flood or not to cause much damage? Remedy or steps to river flood aspects, or steps required here, and which steps in your mind? Okay, afforestation, correct. Okay, afforestation, write down. Afforestation. Any other thing? Wetland conservation, correct. कुछ पॉइंट तो आप ऐसे ही वेटलैंड कंजर्वेशन, किसी आंसर में आपने लिख दिया वेटलैंड कंजर्वेशन, देन कुछ चेंज कर दिया वर्ड को अपने अगले आंसर में. हाँ, प्रिजर्वेशन कर दीजिए, कंजर्वेशन कर दीजिए, न्यू वेटलैंड्स आर रिक्वायर्ड. हाँ, वो चेंज करते रहिए वर्ड्स को अलग अलग करके. wetland conservation. What is the role of the wetland conservation? Suppose river is bringing more water. Suppose in that area side by side, a river can overflow in our area. But if we have the lowland, wetland area, like any pond we have created, or we have any lake, you can say, this water will first fill which area? This water will first fill the wetland area. Wetland act like a sponge, and then this water will be going down. In non-rainy season, dry season, we can use that water. So we have to allow water to go to any low-lying area before reaching to our houses. Then between the river and between the houses, we require wetlands. Especially in which area wetlands will be good one? In floodplain area. Which area? Floodplain area, Khadar area. So Khadar area, floodplain area nearby the river bank should be the area of the concretized zone or should be the area of the more wetlands. जितनी हम वेटलैंड बना देंगे तो एक स्टेप भी लिया जा रहा था दिल्ली के आसपास भी कि फार्मर्स अपने घर ना बनाए, इस एरिया को लीज पर दे दें, गवर्नमेंट एजेंसीज को वेटलैंड बना देंगे, फार्मर को एक प्रॉफिट दे दिया जाएगा. सो पर्पज इज दैट वेटलैंड्स आर रिक्वायर्ड. सो दिस वेटलैंड विल एक्ट लाइक द स्पॉन्ज. एंड अगर ट्रीज भी होंगे, ट्रीज आर हेल्पिंग इन विच वे? ट्रीज आर ऑल्सो हेल्पिंग to water to go easily to surrounding area. It will act like a resistance. So afforestation, the resistance by the plant. So you can say resistance by the plant and holding the soil as well. So we require the plants as well. Plus which thing also important here? The management of the dam also. Which thing? Proper management of dam. Proper management of dam barrages. What is the management here? That we have to make sure the site selection of the dam and the kind of height of the dam altogether, how much water we have to store. But also one more thing is there. So what is our river? And we make dam here. And we hold the water behind the dam. Then we are living in normal time, climate change time. Climate change time, all of a sudden very heavy rainfall, and then we could have for many days no rainfall. Suppose we know that water level has come up to here. Then even though it is not the rainy season, but climate change is also responsible any time excessively high rainfall, even in October month. That is not supposed to be the month of the rainfall, unlike July, August. So हम कहते हैं बेमौसम बरसात कभी भी हो सकती है, unseasonal rainfall any time, erratic weather right now. So suppose it is non-rainy season. So earlier one practice was there, if it is non-rainy season and less rainfall, then engineers of the dams used to fill the dam reservoir by maximum extent, so that in the dry season time, non-rainy season time to time this water could be given to farmers. But now one advice there that we have to fill water to a larger extent, we have to maintain large buffer space or large buffer empty. Buffer means empty space. In which area? In behind the dam the water in reservoir. तो पूरा ऊपर तक पानी भरे या काफ़ी पार्ट फिर भी खाली रखें. Suddenly heavy rainfall, then this water will overflow, or this water, suppose heavy rainfall is started, then water will fill this part. Then no problem. But already we fill too much water, then this. Those. One thing is important, that suppose water suddenly heavy rainfall, same very time dam officials are advised to release some water gradual way, so that dam is not collapse. In Kerala 2018, flood has occurred by one river of Kerala, Periyar river. Which river? Periyar. So one thing we have seen, Periyar river of which state? Kerala. Periyar river caused flood in year 2018. last 5 years back or 4 years, 5 years back, 6 years almost, Periyar River flood in Kerala. But last year, uh, same kind of rainfall was there. But which instruction was given to the dam official not to allow water to reach at maximum level, maintain large space empty or buffer, create large buffer, so that heavy rainfall all of sudden climate change time you need not to worry. तो अब ऑफिशियल को क्या गाइडलाइन दी जा रही है, पानी धीरे धीरे निकालते रहिए या पानी को भर के रखें ऊपर तक निकालते रहिए. इतना स्पेस ज़रूर रखिए कि सडन हैवी रेनफॉल विल अकर, then dam is not collapse or suddenly dam gate is not open. So we have seen that lesson was learned in Kerala by the dam official. So Periyar River flood example of mismanagement of dam. वहाँ पे मुल्ला पेरियार डैम, डिक्की डैम ऑफ द केरला mismanaged. So this caused flood in the Kerala. So we have to do proper management. Same with Chungtang Dam which got collapsed. Same thing Tapovan Dam that got collapsed. So we have to make sure that our dams must be safe. And how can we make dam safety issue? By maintaining which thing? By maintaining buffer space. By maintaining buffer. Buffer means कुछ space maintain करें. Large buffer, small buffer, large और large empty space. थोड़ा ज़्यादा space create करें आप. So that suddenly heavy rainfall we need not to worry regarding it. प्लस डैम सेफ्टी, और डैम की सेफ्टी के बिल भी पास हो गया इंडिया में. अब तो एक्ट बन चुका है, डैम सेफ्टी पर फोकस किया जाए. फोकस ऑन डैम सेफ्टी. पुराने डैम टूट ना जाए, मरम्मत होती रहे उसकी, मेंटेनेंस, रिपेयर ऑल टुगेदर. So these things are also advised to dam officials. So altogether we can say, but which other steps in your opinion are required? Early for better forecasting. Forecasting of the monsoon rainfall in advance. You can say early warning or better monsoon forecasting. Better monsoon forecasting. अगर हम एडवांस में 5-6 दिन पहले लोगों को जानकारी दे दें कि बहुत तेज़ बारिश होने वाली है, better monsoon forecasting. Also, which steps also required in your opinion? Mutual cooperation. This thing we are missing actually. We have several bodies within the country, Central Water Commission, India Meteorological Department, and also the state government, central government, and irrigation department within the state, and also the disaster management. But mutual coordination or mutual cooperation is missing. We require mutual cooperation between various agencies. Some DMs which are sensitive enough, those people are desensitive officials. They have the good contacts with the IMD officials, Central Water Commission authorities, and they time to time call them. What is the present status of my district? How long the kind of chance of the cloud burst? How much rainfall prediction for next week? So you can say this sensitivity is very useful. Mutual cooperation between the various agencies, local administration, and also the center state bodies. Various agencies, like which various agencies on the national level, which department we have? India Meteorological Department, also Central Water Commission, and also the local administration. Plus this mutual cooperation should go one step ahead also, neighboring countries with neighboring countries. We have to collect the data from neighboring countries also, Nepal, Bhutan. They were also coming to us, neighboring countries. Mutual cooperation, then it could be a good one. So we have to accept it that many steps could be taken up. Plus, which other thing could also be done? We have to make sure that people should not settle closer to the floodplain area. Floodplain regulation that we call. Which thing we call? Floodplain regulation. जितना लोग क्लोज रहेंगे रिवर के, ये रिवर का एरिया है, फ्लड प्लेन रेगुलेशन. there must be restrictions not to allow construction, and some stern action must be taken against those that are allowing this construction in the river bank. Those concerned official, plus whichever illegal structures got constructed must be demolished. Otherwise, it will be threat to their life also that the people living have been there. Their entire money invested in their houses. Single stroke, many houses are, you can say ravaged or you can say damaged. So flood टाइम पर प्रॉब्लम जब आती है तो अभी हिंडन रिवर ने दिल्ली में फ्लड किया, गाजियाबाद में फ्लड की, यमुना की ट्रिब्यूटरी है हिंडन रिवर, लोग बिल्कुल क्लोज आ गए थे उसके, एंड अब वो घर छोड़ के चले गए, जब घर टूट गए उनके वो गाँव वापस चले गए, पूरी लाइफ का जो उनका पैसा लगा हुआ था सब खत्म. तो फ्लड प्लेन रेगुलेशन मीन्स द पॉलिसी ऑफ रिहेबिलिटेशन एट्सेट्रा. सो इट मस्ट बी नेसेसरी दैट रिवर के किनारों को कम से कम हाउसिंग कंस्ट्रक्शन किया जाए. वी कैन डू एग्रीकल्चर फर्टाइल लैंड बट वी नीड नॉट टू हैव द कॉन्क्रिटाइजेशन, otherwise it will be a problem. And also visiting also required here. ओके सस्टेनेबल डेवलपमेंट है, ये सब आप लिख सकते हैं. और एनी अदर पॉइंट, वेटलैंड को, वेटलैंड कंजर्वेशन, ये जितना भी हम, बेसिकली इट इज़ बीइंग सेड दैट इफ flood water of river causing flood, then it is opportunity for country like India with more population we have. This water if we store somewhere without causing damage to the surrounding area or the people life, then it will be wonderful for many years to use the same water for many years. And last year Delhi recorded very heavy rainfall, not only Delhi, Haryana as well, Himachal also, Uttarakhand also. If the same water rain, if we would have stored somewhere, then the water crisis would have been very less in upcoming years. तो ये अपॉर्चुनिटी वेस्ट कर दी हमने. कभी कोई ज़्यादा बारिश आ गई, अगर इस बारिश को हम स्टोर कर ले कहीं पर. सो इट इज़ इम्पॉर्टेंट टू नोट डाउन that rather than considering as a challenge or a problem, if we face it and we try to devise the methods, the rainfall will be much. This year, for example, we have to anyhow create the mechanism in which excessive water of the rain should be collected, especially in which area? New wetlands, new ponds, new lakes in surrounding area of the river. Then of course, cleaning the choking the river or choking the जो unchoked drainage system. मानसून सीजन से पहले ही हम ड्रेनेज सिस्टम को क्लीन कर दें, गार्बेज रिमूवल कर दें. सो क्लीनिंग द चोकिंग रिवर्स एंड देन कलेक्टिंग दैट वाटर, क्लीनिंग द चोकिंग ड्रेन्स. क्योंकि गंदा पानी हो जाएगा, पॉल्यूट हो जाएगा पानी भी अगर हमने उसको क्लीन नहीं किया, फ्लड अलग आएगी. बट अगर हमने साफ़ कर दिया, ये सेम पानी कहीं जाके इकट्ठा कर ले आउटसाइड द अर्बन एरिया फॉर एग्जांपल, वी हैव टू कंसीडर कि इफ़ हैवी रेनफॉल टाइम रादर देन गेटिंग वरीड वी मस्ट हैव द स्टोरेज फैसिलिटी, एंड दिस स्टोरेज कुड कम विद द हेल्प ऑफ न्यू पॉन्ड्स एंड लेक्स, प्लस वॉट एवर ओल्ड वाटर बॉडीज आर देयर वी हैव टू क्लीन देम. सपोज कोई लेक गार्बेज से भरी हुई है, either Bengaluru or the many more area, then we have to make sure cleaning the choking drains and the lakes etc. उसे क्लीन कर लें, उसे पानी भर जाएगा, साफ पानी आ जाएगा, then the water will be stored there. So this way old wetlands which are filled by the garbage, either the lakes or any pond or any part, or new pond lake also we have to create. So many new water bodies we require. So many programs are running in India for the wetland conservation and the new pond and the lake further in that area, so that we can store the rainwater. So this approach is good one. So you may write down one question. A river flood has become the new normal in climate change time. River flood has become new normal. River flood has become new normal in climate change times. In climate change times. Examine this statement. Examine this statement with Examine this statement with recent examples. With recent examples. With recent examples. So these together we can write down. Either they ask Kosi flood or they ask directly general question, we would be in a position. So you are observing that many things we are repeating now, and repetition is the good thing in the preparation. कि कम से कम पॉइंट हमारे पास बार बार उसको यूज़ करें, कैसे यूज़ करें उसको देखना है बस. Can you tell me that after the Kosi river, which we have discussed, the river of the Tibet-Nepal border, then the Bihar area, the river, and of course, which other river also left now? Yes, please. Central Water Commission. CWC means C for Central, W for Water, and C for Commission. And what is the full form of IMD? India Meteorological Department. भारत का मौसम विज्ञान विभाग. Department. What is the work of the department? This department? Forecasting, weather forecasting. And Central Water Commission कितना पानी बरसेगा तो कितना पानी रिवर का ओवरफ्लो कर सकता है. This data is Central Water Commission. Idea of the flood. Suppose IMD has said that upcoming week we are going to get this much water, 10 centimeter water and 20 centimeter water. Then they would associate, CWC then would assess okay, in this area these rivers are there, these lakes are there, how much water could rise above the bank. And this is the work of the Central Water Commission. And the same information, if local administration in the touch of CWC IMD in advance, then they could have the better chance in their own area to help the people. So this one. Okay, which river is also left now? River, which river? Mahananda. Mahananda is major tributary, eastern side, western side? Major eastern tributary of Ganga. And suppose it is this area of India. Then here, which state here? Which state this one? West Bengal. From West Bengal area, Darjeeling side, one Himalaya I discuss this mountain, Darjeeling. Source of Mahananda, Darjeeling Himalayas. Darjeeling Himalayas means which state? West Bengal. Then ये river इस तरीके से चलती है. पहले ये ऐसे दार्जिलिंग हिमालय, ये बिहार को भी क्रॉस करती थोड़ी डिस्टेंस, फिर ये बंगाल में चलते चलते फिर बांग्लादेश में जाती है ऐसे. एंड ज्वाइनिंग विद विच पार्ट ऑफ द गंगा, वेयर गंगा कॉल्ड बाई पद्मा इन बांग्लादेश. कुछ बुक्स में गलत दे दिया है कि ये वेस्ट बंगाल में मिलती है गंगा से, वेस्ट बंगाल में नहीं मिलती, बांग्लादेश में. सो दिस रिवर दार्जिलिंग हिमालय इवन मेकिंग द बाउंड्री विद बिहार ऑल्सो. वेस्ट बंगाल बिहार अगेन ये वेस्ट बंगाल में आकर फिर किस कंट्री में? बांग्लादेश. एंड मीट्स विद विच पार्ट विद बांग्लादेश? मीट्स विद पद्मा, Mahananda river. So Mahananda is the last important easternmost tributary of the Ganga, दार्जिलिंग हिमालय टू बिहार एंड बंगाल. कभी कभी हम कहते हैं कि ये रिवर बिहार से वाटर बना रही वेस्ट बंगाल का, महानंदा रिवर. Can you tell me which river is making border with UP and Bihar? Gandak river. And which river is making border with Uttarakhand, Nepal? Kali river. Which river making UP and Haryana border? Yamuna river. Which river making the Punjab and the Pakistan border? Ravi river. So one sequence you can think. This part. And you note very well that other than this part, the river we have discussed in Ganga, but some peninsular river also there. For example, we have the Son river, we have the also the Chambal river, the direct rivers, the Son river. So if I say that one peninsular river also you can note down, Famous peninsular river, which river? Son River. Son River is a peninsular river. Origin you are aware of. Which source? Amarkantak. Another river coming from Amarkantak, river Narmada. Due to kind of dome shape structure, radial drainage, rivers coming out from Amarkantak, Madhya Pradesh area. Amarkantak. Which part of the Amarkantak? Chhattisgarh or Madhya Pradesh? Madhya Pradesh part. And Madhya Pradesh, this river goes to which state? UP and even Jharkhand and then Bihar. UP, Jharkhand, Bihar के जोन से होकर और state river Son river. Suppose it is river Ganga and here the river Son. Son first MP, then UP, then this side Jharkhand, this side Bihar. MP, UP, Jharkhand, Bihar river Son. एंड सोन रिवर पर रिसेंटली एक डैम भी बनाया गया है, बाणसागर डैम. विच डैम? बाणसागर डैम. दैट इज हेल्पिंग विच स्टेट्स? MP, UP, बिहार साइड. बाणसागर प्रोजेक्ट और डैम ऑन सोन रिवर helping these states MP, UP, Bihar side. Son river. Son river is also famous river. So it is a Son river. MP का जो ये डैम है पानी दिया जाएगा MP से UP और टिल बिहार. इलेक्ट्रिसिटी भी जनरेट होगी, इरिगेशन बेनिफिट भी मिलेंगे. So this is the Son river. But you know very well that till now whatever part we have discussed main river directly join with the Ganga. For example, Alaknanda join, the Yamuna join, the Ram Ganga join, the also which river join? The Gomti join and Ghagra and Gandak, Bodi Gandak and Kosi and here the Mahananda. And which river are coming from peninsular side? The Son. Son बिहार में नियर पटना, नॉट एग्जैक्टली पटना बट नियर पटना ये गंगा से मिलती है. नियर पटना, slightly westward of Patna, river Son. But if we say that only these rivers in the Ganga basin or tributaries of tributaries also there, tributaries of tributaries also there. For example, Yamuna also having a tributary, Chambal, Betwa, Ken. Even the big rivers like Ghagra will also be having the tributaries. Kosi will also be having a tributary. Son will also be. So which river you can also pick here? Those are big rivers. Which rivers are big rivers of the Ganga basin? Yamuna, longest river, largest river, Ghagra. Which river causing flood? The Kosi river. And another river you can think of the Son river, the peninsular river. So which thing we can also do? That tributaries of in the Ganga basin, tributaries of Yamuna is the longest tributary, and tributaries of Yamuna also, tributaries of Ghagra, the largest tributary of the Ganga, and tributaries of the Kosi, and tributaries of the also which river? Son river. Yamuna is having many tributaries in the journey because long river. One river Tons river, one river Hindan river, one river Chambal river, one river Sindh river, one river Betwa river, one river the Ken river. These are the tributaries of the Yamuna river. Tons, Hindan, Chambal, Sindh, Betwa, Ken. These are the names. Ghagra also has one tributary that we call Sharda river. Sharda is nothing but another name Kali. Kali और शारदा सेम रिवर है. एंड कोसी की भी एक ट्रिब्यूटरी है काठमांडू साइड पर, बागमती रिवर. विच रिवर? और भी रिवर है, बागमती, कमला, बागमती, एच बागमती, दिस वन. सोन रिवर की ट्रिब्यूटरी भी है रिहंद रिवर. विच रिवर? रिहंद. You know Sharda Kali, I'm sure you are aware of. Kali river is which boundary? Uttarakhand, Nepal. But this river is also Uttarakhand, Nepal और यूपी भी आती है. यूपी में इस रिवर को हम क्या कहते हैं? शारदा. So Sharda in UP. And after Sharda, Ghagra got joined. Then joint water passing through which place? Ayodhya. तो कभी कभी कंफ्यूज होकर कोई स्कॉलर लिख दिया है कि सरयू रिवर इज नथिंग बट शारदा, बट सरयू इज शारदा और शारदा घाघरा कॉम्बिनेशन, शारदा घाघरा कॉम्बिनेशन. One Sharda meeting with Ghagra in the UP, then joint water that is going with massive flow, then उस समय एक अयोध्या की साइड में इसको सरयू भी कहा जाता है. तो शारदा रिवर इज मेन रिवर, ट्रिब्यूटरी ऑफ घाघरा. And another name of Sharda river, Kali. Can you recall this part? For example, it is Uttarakhand, it is Nepal. Which river this one? River Kali. And river Kali is coming to UP also. Where? Which river? The Sharda. And this side, which river is also coming? Ghagra. Nepal. Ghagra or Karnali. जब joint water चलेगा तो ये passing through the many part of the UP like Ayodhya and also going to Bihar near Chapara meeting with the Ganga. Got this point? So we have to know कि okay, it is possible tributaries as well. Big rivers like Ghagra having the tributary. This side we call Kali. और काली का एक और भी नाम है महाकाली. तो कभी कभी काली को महाकाली भी कह दिया जाता है नेपाल में. काली, महाकाली. और यूपी में क्या कहते हैं? शारदा. When they join, then it becomes like that. And river Koshi having this river Bagmati. Bagmati is flowing in which valley of the Nepal? Kathmandu region की है ये काठमांडू वैली की फेमस रिवर है बागमती रिवर. तो नियर काठमांडू the flow of the Bagmati river, and then Bagmati come to Bihar joining with the river Koshi, Bagmati river. Rihand river is of course Kathmandu to Nepal, Bihar. Bagmati का flow किन countries में होगा? then India and Nepal, Nepal and India में बिहार. And Rihand river is Son tributary and ये छत्तीसगढ़ से start होती है and छत्तीसगढ़ to UP. Rihand river. Suppose the river Ganga is here and Ganga river taking the water of the Ghagra and many more river. But जब ये सोन river basically जो that is coming from Madhya Pradesh and Jharkhand and UP and Jharkhand, Bihar, then छत्तीसगढ़ से एक river आती है. Which river this one? It is Son, and this river is which river? Rihand, joining in UP with Son. And Rihand river पर एक डैम भी है, Rihand dam, famous dam of the UP. The largest dam of the UP, Rihand dam on Rihand river. Rihand is a tributary of the Son. So these are the few points here. And which river now also there? Tons, Hindon, Chambal, Sindh, Betwa, Ken. And you all are aware of that. Suppose river Ganga, and which river this one? River Yamuna. But in this flow of the Yamuna, two rivers joining from the northern side, mountain side. One river is running parallel like that. And this river we call by which name? T for Tons. इंडिया में कई टोन्स नदियाँ हैं. एक एमपी के अंदर भी टोन्स है, एमपी यूपी में गंगा से आगे मिलती है, स्मॉल टोन्स. बट दिस वन इज फेमस टोन्स रिवर. एंड टोन्स रिवर इज रिवर ऑफ विच एरिया? कैन यू थिंक ऑफ द जोग्राफी ऑफ दिस एरिया? उत्तराखंड, हिमाचल. तो ये उत्तराखंड हिमाचल में चलती है, उत्तराखंड एंड हिमाचल. रिवर टोन्स, कई डैम बने हुए हैं इस रिवर पर. अच्छा खासा पानी इसमें है. बट एक रॉन्ग स्टेटमेंट दे दिया गया कि टोन्स इज द लॉन्गेस्ट ट्रिब्यूटरी ऑफ द यमुना. इट इज़ इनकरेक्ट इन एनसीईआरटी. इट इज़ नॉट द लॉन्गेस्ट ट्रिब्यूटरी, दो इट हैज़ मोर वाटर, बट लेंथ वाइज इट इज़ शॉर्ट रिवर. उत्तराखंड एंड हिमाचल वाले जोन में फ्लो करती है एंड उत्तराखंड में मिल जाती है रिवर यमुना से. बट हिंडन रिवर इज ऑल्सो द रिवर उत्तराखंड एंड देन नॉट उत्तराखंड, इट इज़ द रिवर ऑफ द यूपी ओनली. थोड़ा साउथ से आती है ये, इस साइड से. हिंडन रिवर, एच फॉर हिंडन. एंड स्पेशली वेस्टर्न पार्ट ऑफ द यूपी. एंड विच सिटी ऑफ द यूपी अलॉन्ग द बैंक ऑफ दिस रिवर? Many places are there, Saharanpur, Meerut and Ghaziabad. Mainly Ghaziabad city on the bank of Hindon river. But why this river remained in news recently? Earlier we did not discuss ever, but last year because of the flood it caused. In 2023, Hindon also got flooded, and lots of area of Ghaziabad, Noida region under flood. So flood in 2023. Then Hindon River also in the news. So they can ask the question Hindon River, a tributary of the Yamuna. इसका origin Saharanpur in western UP. Then it is coming to western UP portion, sugarcane belt, and finally meeting in Ghaziabad, Noida region with Yamuna. But UPSC has one tendency to ask the question of last 3-4 years current affair they can ask. So it is duty of ours to update you with the current affair of the last 3-4-5 years. And this year current affair we can discuss till the classes, and even after the classes somebody else will also be discussing with you through current affair. Then finally through the magazine, current affairs, newspaper you can also update. So Hindon Towns, the famous tributaries of which river? Yamuna. But which river the peninsular river of the Yamuna? Chambal, Sindh, Betwa, Ken. Suppose if we discuss in the Yamuna, one river is this river here. This river, which river here? A long river, Chambal. Which river this one? Sindh river. Which river this one? Betwa river. Which river this one? Ken river. Chambal, Sindh, Betwa, Ken. Can you tell me which hill is common in this area where the river originating? Vindhyachal. And which state is common in Vindhyachal here, Madhya Pradesh? And these rivers joining at which part of the mainly? Which state this one? UP. So MP से origin होगा विंध्याचल से UP में जाके मिलती. But Chambal is the longest tributary of the Yamuna, not the Tons river as mentioned in NCERT book. Chambal river. So regarding Chambal, Betwa, Ken, suppose because these rivers remain in use, Betwa, Ken and Chambal also, so I can discuss this part also. And suppose we write down first which river? Chambal. What is the Chambal? It is the which kind of famous river here? Longest tributary of Yamuna. Origin from Vindhyachal area, source is ये विंध्यन एरिया है. विंध्यन एरिया मीन्स विंध्यन रीजन ऑफ विच स्टेट? मध्य प्रदेश. एक प्लेस पड़ता है महो, वहाँ पर मध्य प्रदेश जोन में. एंड दिस रिवर देन गोइंग टू विच एरिया आफ्टर मध्य प्रदेश? इवन राजस्थान. एंड विच सिटी ऑफ राजस्थान? कोटा ऑन द बैंक. कोचिंग फैक्ट्री कोटा आजकल काफ़ी न्यूज़ में है. तो राजस्थान से फेमस सिटी ऑफ कोर्स द कोटा ऑन द बैंक ऑफ this river. And then this river coming to again which state? MP, UP में meeting होगी इनकी. Etawah is one place in the UP. So this is the flow of the river Chambal, longest tributary of the Yamuna. But this river being peninsular river means less water in that area, more water. Then of course these rivers are lifeline क्योंकि ग्राउंड वाटर कम है, लोग ज़्यादा डिपेंडेंट हो इस वाटर पर, चंबल पर. तो चंबल में मेनी प्रोजेक्ट्स इन द पास्ट. फॉर एग्जाम्पल मध्य प्रदेश में एक प्रोजेक्ट है चंबल रिवर पर, गांधी सागर प्रोजेक्ट. गांधी सागर प्रोजेक्ट. यूपीएससी याद दिस क्वेश्चन लास्ट ईयर प्रीलिम एग्जाम. गांधी सागर प्रोजेक्ट ऑन विच रिवर? चंबल. एंड विच स्टेट? मध्य प्रदेश. बट राजस्थान में भी कोटा के पास में एक प्रोजेक्ट है जवाहर सागर एंड राणा सागर. विच वन? जवाहर सागर. दिस काइंड ऑफ नेम जवाहर सागर. राणा सागर तो आप जानते ही हैं कि राजस्थान में ही होगा. जवाहर सागर राणा सागर प्रोजेक्ट ऑन चंबल. बट चंबल रिवर पर एक न्यूक्लियर पावर प्लांट भी है इंडिया का, कोटा के पास, रावत भाटा. दैट इज रावत भाटा एटॉमिक पावर प्लांट और न्यूक्लियर पावर प्लांट. or Rajasthan atomic power plant. Why atomic power plant on the river? Because water is at most required for the atomic power plant for cooling purpose. Excessive heat is generated in atomic power plant, and to cool it we need water, plenty of water. So either coastal location or river location, the atomic power plant. But this river is also famous for one more reason, that once it is flowing through MP, Rajasthan, UP, then one wildlife sanctuary also there in Chambal, Chambal Wildlife Sanctuary. Especially one famous animal of this area that we call ghadial. Maximum ghadial in the world in this river. Worldwide, the most famous ghadial sanctuary. Ghadial is crocodile. But which crocodile? They is found in the river. River is nothing but fresh water. Freshwater crocodile. Because crocodile could be in oceanic area also, coastal line. But it is freshwater crocodile, ghadial. So largest sanctuary of ghadial. Famous worldwide. So ghadial is famous of which river maximum? In Chambal. And that's why Ghadial Sanctuary or Chambal Wildlife Sanctuary only in MP or UP or Rajasthan altogether. So ये घड़ियाल सेंचुरी है MP में, UP में एंड राजस्थान में ऑफ कोर्स 3 स्टेट यहाँ पर ये घड़ियाल मैक्सिमम पर मिलते हैं. गंगा में भी घड़ियाल है, मेनी मोर रिवर, सोन रिवर एंड मेनी मोर, बट मैक्सिमम घड़ियाल इन द वर्ल्ड इन चंबल रिवर, फ्रेश वाटर क्रोकोडाइल. And many more aspects are also there in Chambal. I will discuss later on in the right context, agriculture, soil, etc. But after this topic of Chambal, then which other river also there? One river, which river? Sindh river. Regarding Sindh, only one line you can write down, that is not as important, MP and UP. Also Betwa, MP and UP. Also Ken, MP and UP. But Betwa Ken I discuss due to which reason? Ken Betwa river link. Do you remember this part? To take care of the water crisis of which area? Bagelkhand, Bundelkhand. Bundelkhand. Ken Betwa river link project. Under construction or completed? Under construction. Massive project is going on under construction, and MP UP will be benefited under construction. इसको हम शॉर्ट फॉर्म लिखते हैं केन बेतवा रिवर लिंक प्रोजेक्ट फॉर बुंदेलखंड एरिया. एक डैम बनाया जा रहा है केन के वाटर पर. केन रिवर इन द न्यूज़ ऑल्सो इन दिस रीजन. केन जो रिवर है, देन रिवर केन में एक एरिया पड़ता है पन्ना टाइगर रिजर्व. विच रिजर्व? पन्ना टाइगर रिजर्व और नेशनल पार्क. इफ क्वेश्चन कम्स अप, पन्ना से कौन सी रिवर फ्लो करती है इंडिया की? केन रिवर, फेमस फॉर टाइगर. पन्ना टाइगर रिजर्व. यहाँ पे एक डैम बनाया जा रहा है जोन में, दाऊधन डैम. विच डैम? दाऊधन डैम. अभी न्यूज़ में नया डैम बनाया जा रहा है, दाऊधन डैम. अंडर विच प्रोजेक्ट? Ken Betwa river link to address the water issues of which region? Bundelkhand. And this will be part of which project? Interlinking river project. But UPSC ने कई क्वेश्चन पूछे पास्ट में. Discuss the relevance of, okay, Ken Betwa river link project. If we say then in detail this part, large size also. Yes. Suppose I write down here one term. Which term? Interlinking river project. Interlinking river project. इसका एक एग्जाम्पल क्या है इस समय? केन बेतवा रिवर लिंक. एंड केन रिवर पर ये कौन सा डैम बनाया जा रहा है? दाऊधन डैम. In which area? In Panna Tiger Reserve or Panna National Park. But why we are making this kind of dam in Tiger Reserve area, forested area? Of course ये मध्य प्रदेश में बनाया जा रहा है, but इसका बेनिफिट MP को होगा, UP को भी होगा. MP UP both. So this project, interlinking river project, basically a significant project in India we are taking up. But this project is based on which objective? That some rivers have surplus water and some river have deficit water. On this premise, that some area having surplus water, it means more than their demand, and also we have some area which water deficit water. And you know that if we give some surplus water to this deficit zone, then it will be good. You can say surplus zone will be acting like a donor basin or surplus basin. To which area? Deficit basin. So which benefit we will be having by this connectivity? Transfer of surplus water to deficit basin. Transfer of surplus water of one river system to deficit zone or deficit basin will bring which thing here? Water equity. Which thing will come? Water equity. कोई एक एरिया सरप्लस में नहीं होगा बहुत ज़्यादा, ना कोई एरिया डेफिसिट में होगा. दैट इज द कॉन्सेप्ट हियर, interlinking of rivers. Then this water, it will bring the water equity. It is the main objective of interlinking of river project, to bring the water equity. The main purpose of this project, objective of this project, by transferring surplus water to deficit area, objective to bring which thing in India? To achieve water equity in the country. Water equity. But only in Betwa river link we can connect many more rivers. So this kind of linking discussed by many scholars, even British scholar Arthur Cotton, one engineer, later on Indian engineers also discuss. And finally in 1980s, Government of India was in a position to think upon which rivers can be connected, surplus to deficit zone. And many benefits could be there by having the water equity. One side flood control, one side drought control. One side also through this canal water we can send some water to nearby agricultural land, irrigation. Also we can use this water for boating or navigation. So this benefit is also there. So if I say that this project which was considered in India 1980s, 1980s में we even discussed this project, and you can say the kind of project later on in 21st century, the implementation time, it was considered कि India में we can create 30 river links or 30 connection, 30 links. Under which project? ILR. And Ken Betwa is one of that. 30 links in ILR project. Can you think of कितने पैसे की जो लगेगा 2002 के अराउंड ये बताया गया था 5.35 लाख करोड़ दैट टाइम. अब तो 15 लाख करोड़ के आसपास बताया जा रहा है 30 लिंक बनाने में. केन बेतवा रिवर लिंक में कितना कॉस्ट है इस प्रोजेक्ट की? डैम बनेंगे, कैनाल बनेंगे, दैट इज़ 44,000 करोड़ रुपीज़. अगर आप मल्टीप्लाई करें 30 ऐसे बनेंगे, 30 इंटू 44,000, इट विल बी वेरी क्लोज टू द 14 लाख करोड़, 15 लाख करोड़. मोर वी डू द टाइम पीरियड, सपोज 2030 में करेंगे, इन्फ्लेशन और जुड़ जाएगा. सो इट इज़ मैसिव प्रोजेक्ट ऑफ द कंट्री if we do that 30 links. But all 30 links in Peninsular India or Himalayan India, both? In both. Himalayan India or Himalayan rivers and Peninsular river. But here it has been considered nature of the Himalayan river different than the Peninsular river. So first we have to link Himalayan rivers and Peninsular river separately. So we have to connect Peninsular river with another Peninsular river, not the Himalayan and Peninsular river. So Himalayan river component separately and Peninsular river component separately. Component and Peninsular river component. Can you tell me Ken Betwa would be coming under which list? Peninsular component. But more problem in Himalayan zone or North Indian zone or Peninsular zone, the river as far as water crisis, then Peninsula. Then टोटल लिंक्स में 16 लिंक इट हैज़ बीन डिसाइडेड कि हम पेनिसुलर रिवर में बनाएंगे. and 14 links in Himalayan zone. Total will be 30 links. Under which ministry? Ministry of Jal Shakti. And it is the beginning through the Ken Betwa river link to address the water crisis of which area? Here. So, but only water crisis we will be having benefit or other indirect benefit as well. Which benefit will be there of this project if we do that? Then you can write down also significance and the challenges of this part. Because UPSC asked many questions in the past of significant challenge. Can you think of which significance will be there? Suppose I write down ILR project significance. I am sure that you all can give me the answer that which benefit we will be having. Flood control. Correct. Surplus water if we transfer, then threat of the flood will be decreased. But on same master stroke, same water will be controlling the drought one side as well. Deficit basin drought control, surplus basin flood control. Two major disasters of the India, flood and the drought control. But how we will achieve that? By making some dams and barrages so that water can be transferred. पहले पानी को रोकेंगे, स्टोर करेंगे, फिर पानी को कैनाल के थ्रू लेके जाएंगे. But this dam वगैरह जो बनेंगे, then this dam will also be meant for which purpose as well? Hydro power, if turbine पे throw करेंगे, if we basically using this water for agricultural land, then we will be having diverting water through canal by which way? Irrigation. So it has been discussed by the government agencies, various government agencies, that India could create how much extra hydropower? 34 gigawatt or 34,000 megawatt installed capacity. Daudhan Dam, many more dams on different rivers. 34 gigawatt potential. We can harness potential of hydropower. And irrigation कितने एरिया में कर सकते हैं अगर हम इस तरह के प्रोजेक्ट को कंप्लीट करते हैं? 35 million hectare additional land of the India would be under irrigation. Potential. इतना potential है इस प्रोजेक्ट में कि हम extra 35 million hectare land irrigated. That will be good for food security and energy security. Through hydropower, we can create the energy security achieving, and through the irrigation, we can help in food production. So, good project. This one data has been given. Even which another benefit, indirect benefit. Even the same water of the canal, etc., we can use for which purpose? Navigation. Even we can go for fishing. Even we can also achieve which benefit? Tourism. बस बोट डालने की देरी है, लोग खुद आ जाएंगे. इंडिया में इतने डेस्परेट हैं लोग, बार बार रोड ट्रांसपोर्ट, रेलवे ट्रांसपोर्ट थक चुके हैं, उन्हें चाहिए थोड़ा सा बोटिंग हो जाए. तो बोटिंग के बहुत बेनिफिट होंगे. टूरिज़्म पोटेंशियल बहुत बढ़ जाएगा. जगह जगह रिवर को हम कनेक्ट करेंगे, बीच में कैनाल बनाई जाएंगी. टूरिज़्म एंड ऑल्सो ट्रेड, ऑल्सो गुड्स मूवमेंट भी होगा एक प्लेस से दूसरे प्लेस पर. इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर विल बी डेवलप, ट्रेड एट्सेट्रा. Many more benefit. Employment generation, of course, that will be 15 lakh crore project. Then employment, massive generation. It has been mentioned by the government. So these are the things. But which challenges also there? It is so much good for the country, but why we are taking too much time? 1980s till 2024, not a single complete project. Ken Betwa river link just started. So it is the lack of the political will, or really some challenges are there. And these challenges are being discussed by centuries. Even British also discussed this part, but they later on realized कि वो की problem है. So some inherent challenges also there. UPSC ने कई question पूछे इस part पर भी. Challenges of ILR project. Why we are not linking river despite knowing so many benefits, which can change India forever. The challenges of ILR, then which challenges are there? Actually, once we connect one river to another river, then we require large area for canal construction, dam construction, reservoir construction. So land acquisition will be a bigger issue, and it may trigger the social unrest. If we acquire the land of the farmer, farmer will object and protest. And if we also go to the capturing of the land of tribal area, forested area, then of course tribal displacement. So challenges of ILR is land acquisition, massive, large land requirement. Land requirement for dam, etc. that we call land acquisition. And land acquisition will lead to farmer protest because maximum land in India, or which kind of land? Agricultural land. Farmers protest. Plus another land of the India after agricultural land, forest land. If we acquire the forest land, then tribal population will be displaced. Then tribal protest. And of course, it will lead to social unrest because it is not a small project, other big projects, 30 links. And other than land acquisition, which other challenge we have? Yes, of course, many states consider that their water must be utilized in their own state because water is state subject. Suppose Bihar has the Kosi river having flood, but southern Bihar has less water. So Bihar consider if Kosi has extra water, Ganga has extra water in northern Bihar, this water would be given to UP or this water would be utilized in southern Bihar, South Bihar. So Bihar objected now to transfer the Bihar river water to UP. Similarly, Odisha has surplus water in some area, but Odisha said that rather than transferring this water to Andhra and later on further south, this water must be utilized by Odisha. So we are observing the political unrest as well, or you can say interstate water dispute it may trigger. State consider like Punjab, Haryana dispute we know. Punjab earlier accepted, but Punjab later on ruled out of Satluj Jamna link canal. So interstate water dispute. Not only interstate water dispute, but some other countries as well. For example, Ganga is not only India but also going Bangladesh. If we divert the water of Ganga, then less water in the Bangladesh. Even Nepal objected because Nepal consider any big dam near the Nepal border and mismanagement, it may lead to flood in the Nepal as well. So it may lead to interstate water dispute or international dispute as well. International dispute. Which countries objected in recent time? Bangladesh and Nepal. And international dispute, it may also trigger. So that will be political in nature, political angle. So you can think, okay, political issues, social issues, and as far as economic, then huge financial constraint, financial burden, huge financial burden on the economy. Fund will be transferred to mainly this particular part, and it is lakhs of crore project, huge financial burden, economic implication or economic aspects, plus environmental issues of many kind. Which issues? Environmental. And it is the main concern environmental, many challenges environmental. Can you think of which issues will be environmental issues? It may cause loss of biodiversity of the forest. Suppose we cut the forest, Panna Tiger Reserve, then tiger population would decrease. No forest because canal we will construct, dam we will construct, trees we will cut. Then of course habitat of the tigers, etc. One side we are trying to increase the tiger population, other side we are trying to have this structure in the forested area. Then forest land will be affected, deforestation, etc. And जहाँ पे भी deforestation होगा, समझ लीजिए आप, many more problem will be there. Many big rivers of the India passing through that forest. And deforestation is very common thing. Can you tell me deforestation is a problem क्या आती है? Suppose I write down deforestation, then deforestation will be there, then wildlife loss, biodiversity loss, plus soil erosion, and flood it can also trigger, drought it can also trigger, And which other problem it can trigger? The deforestation, the global warming further, because carbon emission will be more and more by cutting the tree. Trees absorb the CO2 through the photosynthesis. So deforestation of massive scale will lead to many problems. So whenever deforestation, then you can think of yourself, ये deforestation के क्या challenge होंगे? Only forest loss, with forest loss, wildlife loss like tiger and many more population, or loss of biodiversity. इवन फिश भी कम हो सकती हैं. एक रिवर का वाटर दूसरी रिवर में मिला दें सडनली. Ganga river is different by nature, Kosi river is different. Suddenly Kosi river water we bring into Ganga and mixing it. Then Ganga species, they would respond and they will not be able to adapt. हो सकता है कुछ क्वालिटी गंगा के वाटर की चेंज हो जाए. So it may lead to fisheries of the river also. Wildlife loss, loss of biodiversity, river life, forest life altogether. But deforestation will also lead to which problem other than loss of biodiversity here? It may trigger flood as well. Flood, drought, mismanagement. थोड़ा भी mismanagement हो गया उल्टा हो जाएगा. Flood भी, drought. And it may lead to global warming further by more carbon dioxide reaching after deforestation. Global warming. It may lead to soil erosion as well. Trees binding the soil. Soil erosion. Even more heat wave, less heat wave after the tree loss. More heat wave. आजकल heat wave की बहुत बात हो रही है. गर्मियाँ बढ़ जाएंगी. In this part. So many more issues can come up by that. But which other thing will also be there, you can say? Food scarcity in which areas? Tribal population, of course. They are displacement of tribal population. Yes. So if you just consider deforestation and other than deforestation, which other thing also? Even you can write down marine ecology. Marine ecology will be disturbed. Oceanic area will be disturbed. Marine area. Marine ecology. Can you prove it? Water will reach to ocean more or less water will reach to ocean? Less water will reach to the ocean. Maximum water we will divert here and there. Then less water in the ocean. Then ocean water will be saline or fresh? Ocean water will be more saline. Saline is good or fresh is good for life? Fresh. More saline means loss of the fish, loss of aquatic life. Aquatic life. जो हमारी aquatic life है fish वगैरह वो affected हो जाए. तो scholars have this fear as well. So we have to accept it कि nature is so intricately linked by each other and we disconnect these interlinkages, then repercussions would be many. Consequences would be too much. Oceanic ecology, river ecology, forest ecology, all will be disturbed. बहुत मुश्किल से million of years में जाके system बने nature के. If we impose ourselves at bigger scale, because these are not the small dam, taking water from hundreds of kilometers from one other area, we need big dam, big reservoir, big canals. Then of course these massive structure of crores of crore rupees then will disturb the hydrological cycle and physiography of one area. So many environmental implications are possible in that. But one more thing that is environmental implication, we are living in normal time, climate change time. Climate change. And climate change has potential to change the rain pattern in the future. Even presently also we are observing. So if Kosi river right now more water, or eastern India has more water like Ken river, who will take this guarantee that after 20 year, 10 year, 5 year, Ken will be having as much water as right now, if rainfall pattern changing. If Ken will be deficit in the water in the future, then how Ken can give the water to the Betwa? कहीं ऐसा ना हो जाए बेतवा को पानी देने के चक्कर में केन से के पानी से हाथ धो बैठे हम लोग. हाँ, so it is also being discussed by environmental scientists also that climate change has potential. Which potential? Sorry. Climate change due to change in the rainfall pattern. Potential to turn वाटर सरप्लस एरिया इनटू वाटर डेफिसिट एरिया. ऐसा ना हो जाए जिसको हम आज वाटर सरप्लस कह रहे हैं, इट टर्न्स इनटू वाटर डेफिसिट, इनटू वाटर डेफिसिट. कैन वी गिव सम एग्जांपल? वे टेक सम एग्जांपल हियर. कई नदियाँ सूख जाती हैं बीच बीच में, कई 2 साल तक पानी नहीं गिर रहा है. Many European rivers like Rhine River and many more rivers, Po River, Danube River got dried up in last 2 years. Spanish River, German River, even Chinese River, Yangtze River. Even in India also we are observing many rivers right now in South India having very less water. So climate change is indicating or manifesting Amazon River, the biggest river of the world, also having some problem in recent time. So potential to turn water surplus to water deficit. So this question they can ask in different ways. कि climate change has potential to make the river change or not. So altogether we have to accept it. कि it is not easy to go for the project of bigger level. Suppose 44,000 crore rupees we invest, and this investment we are doing for only 5 years, 10 years, or 30, 40 years. 30, 40 years. After 10 years, it is meaningless if cane has lesser water left. Then, of course, it will be the investment that is going to the vein, or also the investment is not fruitful for us. So, climate change perspective we also have to take into consideration. So, this part you have to focus more. Which part? Deforestation and marine ecology disturbance plus climate change angle in the environmental issues. एंड रिवर इकोलॉजी ऑल्सो गोइंग टू डिस्टर्ब. हो सकता है रिवर की जो क्वालिटी है, गंगा में डॉल्फिन है, फिश है, दूसरा पानी आ गया, गंगा से मिल गया, तो उस पानी की क्वालिटी ऑल सडन चेंज हो जाएगी. रिवर इकोलॉजी विल बी चेंज. Then what should be the way out? One side positive, one side negative. What should be the way out here? Should we reject the project? Should we complete the 30 links and take a middle path here? Take a middle path. Nothing is entirely wrong, nothing is entirely fruitful. If both the sides we have, then we may take the middle path. And what is the middle path here in the ILR project? Middle path. A careful path, optimum. Middle path of which part? ILR project. Middle path means we must be in hurry, or we must be so negative, or cautious approach. Cautious approach. This approach is basically focusing on which part? The proper environmental impact assessment first of all we do. पहले हम देख लें कि क्या इम्पैक्ट आएगा फ्यूचर में इसका. Environmental impact assessment. We have various case studies worldwide. Those countries have done this job. Proper environmental impact, and we have the trend data. Early trend we can use also of the climate change, many more. And proper EIA, if done, then if negatives are more than the positive, what is the need of completing 30 links? We can go for alternative. Suppose proper environmental impact assessment is not the positive side, rather more challenges than the profit. Then more challenges are there, then which thing we can go for? Alternative projects. हम दूसरे alternative ले सकते हैं. For example, which thing we can also focus upon? Wetland conservation. एक जगह पानी ज़्यादा हो रहा है तो वेटलैंड में भर लें, उसी पानी को बाद में यूज़ कर लें. कई एरिया में वेटलैंड कंजर्वेशन, कंट्रोलिंग ड्राउट एज वेल, कंट्रोलिंग फ्लड एज वेल. It is cheaper or costlier project? Cheaper one. So wetland conservation kind of project, or watershed management in rural areas, small scale. Not large rivers have to interlink, rather small streams छोटी एरिया में कनेक्ट करें. स्मॉल प्रोजेक्ट, डिसेंट्रलाइज प्रोजेक्ट, वाटरशेड मैनेजमेंट अप्रोच. छोटे एरियाज़ में, रूरल एरियाज़ में rather than 30 link, 30,000 watershed we can develop in a small area, more decentralized. Then these kind of approach are also good one. But if AIA is having lesser challenges, more profit, more benefit, then we can complete that link. So we have to be cautious here, slightly slower also if challenges are more, and if AIA is positive or positive green clearance or clearance is given by AIA report good, or less challenges, more profit. Suppose challenges are lesser and more benefits are there, more benefits, then we have to also complete it. Then interlinking river project must come, interlinking river project, or though that link, particular link by link. So we need not to have this adamant behavior that complete ही करना है, ये भी नहीं करना है कि छोड़ देना है. पहले केयरफुल असेसमेंट कर लें, देन वी कैन गो फॉर पर्टिकुलर लिंक कंप्लीशन, उसको कंप्लीट करें on the study of AIA. But AIA must be taken into consideration which approach also. Climate change angle, आने वाला टाइम कैसा होगा उसको देखते हुए. Cautious approach. In which time? Climate change time. क्लाइमेट चेंज टाइम पर रिवर का नेचर क्या होने वाला है, तो इस अप्रोच को जरूर लें हम क्लाइमेट चेंज टाइम को. वी आर नॉट लिविंग इन नॉर्मल टाइम, रादर क्लाइमेट चेंज टाइम. इवन सुप्रीम कोर्ट एक्सेप्टेड, connected with Article 14 and Article 21. So significant the outcome we will see in the future also. Okay, so much importance of this area, the climate change. So आने वाले समय में तो बस मैक्सिमम बात क्लाइमेट चेंज की हुआ करेगी. So as we are observing, so this angle also we can incorporate the cautious approach, proper EIA in the climate change time, and more challenges, less profit, less benefit. Alternative we have to go for like this watershed management, wetland conservation. If less challenges, more benefit, then complete that link. Then that will be middle path here. So you can write down one question. Critically examine the interlinking river project of India. Critically examine the interlinking river project of India. Critically examine. Critically examine means only positive or negative or both. Both we have to incorporate. And then what could be the last concluding remark or way forward? The middle path, cautious approach. Nothing wrong. With open mind, we have to accept it. Thorough EIA we do in the time of climate change. And then if EIA is not favoring much, more challenges than alternative, otherwise we have to complete that one. So this is the part we have focused, that famous rivers of Ganga Basin. So ultimately Ganga Basin has given us various case studies, interstate water dispute like SYL link canal project, plus the pollution, river pollution like Yamuna and many more, river Ganga, also the river flood and interlinking river project. These four topics is the favorite topic of the UPSC in the water section. But you know that just like we have done the Ganga part and Indus part, then one mindset we have to develop here, that gradually हमने एक approach ली थी हिमालयन river में, first Indus river, and we come to discuss which river first, the western river Indus, then Jhelum, then Chenab, then Ravi, then Beas, then Satluj. Indus, Jhelum, Chenab, Ravi, and Beas and Satluj. And then Satluj ke baad which basin we have come here? The Yamuna, Satluj Yamuna, then this side the Ganga, and also which river? The Alaknanda and also Ram Ganga, then Gomti, then also which river here? The Ghagra and Gandak, Modi Gandak, Kosi and Mahananda, and also which river is this one? The Son river. Other river also, Damodar river bhi hai, but I will discuss Damodar river in detail later on. The reason is there, and this river is having this turn here, and once this river is going Bangladesh, then Mahananda joining like that. Then you can write down some symbol also. For example, which river this one? Yamuna and Ganga, Alaknanda, Ramganga, Gomti, Ghagra, Gandak, Budi Gandak, Kosi and Mahananda and Son and Damodar. This part of the Ganga we are calling by which name? Hooghly distributary, and this part the Padma. And which tributary is also there? Yamuna ki tributary, which tributary? Chambal, also the Sindh, Betwa, Ken. And which river this one, in your opinion? Do you recall this part in Ghagra? Which tributary is one? River Sharda or Kali? And which river is this one in Kathmandu area? Which river is this one here? The Bagmati river. And which river of the Chhattisgarh and the UP? Rihan Dam also there, Rihan the river. And can you recall Jhelum की एक tributary बताई गई थी? Which river this one? Kishan Ganga. तो इस तरीके आप बना लें. Then it is the Ganga basin. So gradually we have come to which area? It is very crude diagram, but easy to remember as well. I will suggest Jhelum से चेनाब मिल गई, रावी भी चेनाब से मिल गई. This joint water going like that is the largest river. Then this side ये रावी river and Beas river and Satluj river, ये वाला river पार्ट. तो Beas Satluj भी मिल गया. And Beas Satluj का joint water then चेनाब के साथ मिलते हुए then finally ये Indus. And छोटी नदियाँ आप जानना हो तो धौलागिरी, नंदाकिनी, पिंडर, मिंदाकिनी river. Similarly, in this area, Nubra, Shiog, Galwan, and Kabul from Afghanistan. But once we come to this side also, which basin this one? Brahmaputra. Brahmaputra river is like that. In this area, Brahmaputra river is also big river. Is like that. Many in Tibet. Brahmaputra कुछ ज़्यादा ही लेंथ ज़्यादा हो गई पर ऐसा नहीं है और भी रिवर. बट आई विल डिस्कस ब्रह्मपुत्र रिवर यहाँ से स्टार्ट हो जाएगी. ट्रिब्यूटरी जब ब्रह्मपुत्र की है लाइक दैट. सो अल्टीमेटली इंडिया में जैसे ईस्ट की ओर जाएंगे फाइनली नॉर्थ ईस्ट में आएंगे. देन विच एरिया दिस वन? ब्रह्मपुत्र. सो आई विल एडवाइज कि आप हर कोशिश वो करें कि सिंपल कर दें चीज़ों को, डाइसेक्ट कर दें, डाइजेस्ट कर लें. And once you have this habit of digesting the things, then that complex area like river, we have discussed with many candidates, but river section में वो अचानक छोड़ देते हैं क्योंकि इतना याद ही नहीं हो सकता किसी को. But if you have this objective approach, okay, we will be discussing, we will be taking some time for the river section. ये बहुत क्वेश्चन आने लगे रिवर पर. हाँ चलिए ब्रेक होगा, डोंट वरी. हाँ 2 मिनट का ब्रेक लेंगे फिर डिस्कस करेंगे ब्रह्मपुत्र रिवर. यस शिबाशी इज राइट. अगेन एडवर्स इफेक्ट ऑफ क्लाइमेट चेंज. करेक्ट, वेरी करेक्ट. क्लाइमेट चेंज के बारे में लिखिए आप ज़रूर. हाँ हाँ. Now the turn of this side of the India. आई थिंक बंगाल तक तो आ गए हम लोग. एंड अब ये आसाम, अरुणाचल, even neighborhood Bhutan and Bangladesh, Tibet as well, of course, again. And here, the river Brahmaputra. Yes, please. Suppose in India, one river, Kosi river, बिल्कुल हमने कोसी के आसपास ये डैम बना दिया नियर नेपाल बॉर्डर. करेक्ट. एंड ये इसके बिहाइंड हमने पानी स्टोर किया अपने एरिया में. बट अगर डैम की वॉल बड़ी है, देन ये वाटर कैन ऑल्सो ओवरफ्लो इन सराउंडिंग एरिया एज वेल. तो नेपाल को लगता है कि लो लाइंग एरिया ऑफ द नेपाल could be under flood, a big dams in their neighborhood. But that is misplaced also the information. We have to also discuss, interact with them. Our dam are well designed, it will not encroach the water in your territory. So discussion or negotiation that we call. The interaction is the best way to resolve the dispute. So we haven't to avoid the interaction. We have to carry on, okay, just come on the table, discuss with us. Or we have to approach them, क्योंकि कोई issue भी नहीं है ऐसा. So Brahmaputra river is also very famous river. And this river, like Ganga, like Indus, one of the biggest river in the world. Even we call this river largest river of the India. Because of which ground? Volume of water. पानी के फ्लो में no river of India having as much water as the river Brahmaputra flow, volume wise. So maximum water of any river in India, which river maximum water? Brahmaputra. But this Brahmaputra river having a source, of course, in Tibet. And then this river comes from Tibet to Indian Arunachal, then Arunachal to Assam, and finally to which country? Low-lying area further Assam to Bangladesh, and finally into Bay of Bengal. It is a flow of the Brahmaputra, Tibet, Arunachal, Assam, Bangladesh, and Bay of Bengal finally. So how many countries in Brahmaputra river flow? 3 countries. How much countries for Indus river also? 3 countries. China, India common in Indus also and Brahmaputra also. But for Indus it is Pakistan, for Brahmaputra it is Bangladesh. Bangladesh lower riparian, upper riparian, lower riparian. And Tibet, India, upper riparian, upper region. And you know it very well that this river Brahmaputra also source to mouth a long river, short river. Then length of this river, Brahmaputra river, also you can say source to mouth, total length, including Tibet, including India, including Bangladesh, very close to how much kilometer? Again 3000 kilometer. So it is having more length than the Ganga, just like Indus. And this river is also having more water. But why we don't call it the longest river of the India? Because within the India it is less than 1000 kilometer, because maximum length of the Brahmaputra in which area? Tibet. It is the main river of Tibet. For example, if you just check here, then you know that it is the Indian map. Suppose half map we draw the India, Nepal, Bhutan, like that. Then this side, the Ladakh side here, Kailash mountain. And which river is going in that area? Indus. But nearby Indus, one more river, the river Brahmaputra. The Brahmaputra river is also same mountain, Kailash mountain, in opposite direction like that. It is a flow of Brahmaputra river. So that is Indus, and here Brahmaputra. But Brahmaputra river called by which name in Tibet area? Sangpo river. So Sangpo river, the name of Brahmaputra, T for Sangpo. And source Tibet, which mountain again? Kailash mountain. So Kailash is source of many important river coming to India. Indus, Satluj and Brahmaputra. Same mountain, yes please. No, it doesn't have any connection to West Bengal. Sundarban Delta is not only West Bengal but also Bangladesh. But this river goes to Bangladesh. So Sundarban Delta both in India and Bangladesh, but in Sundarban Delta, in Indian part, role of the Ganga. And Sundarban Delta of Bangladesh, Ganga and Brahmaputra both. I will discuss this part later on. But first, if I say Sangpo River, but Chinese have recently also changed the name TS for Z, P for B, Zangbo River. और थोड़ा और कॉम्प्लेक्स बनाने के लिए कि अभी भी लोग बोल पा रहे हैं तो चाइनीज़ थोड़ा कॉम्प्लेक्स नेम रखते हैं यालंग जैंगबो सो विच नेम यालंग जैंगबो रिवर so Sangpo river is also being known by one more name Yarlung TS for Z and P for B in Mandarin language of the China Zangbo Yarlung Zangbo river but once this river come to Arunachal Pradesh also two names are popular name कुछ distance में this river we call Siang river and कुछ distance we call Dihang river Siang or Dihang in Arunachal Siang and Dihang Siang Dihang nothing but Brahmaputra but once this river come to Assam only in Assam the name is Brahmaputra only in Assam but once this river entering in Bangladesh, again the name of the river Jamuna. Ganga called by which name in Bangladesh? Padma. And Brahmaputra called Yamuna or Jamuna? Jamuna. So if I say Sangpo or Yalang Zangbo, Siang or Dihang, Brahmaputra, Jamuna, nothing but same river, Brahmaputra. Correct? But this river is almost having similar kind of length as Indus, but why it has more water than the Indus? Or largest river passing through the India. Because this river is going to which area of the India? Northeastern area. High rainfall area, low rainfall area. High rainfall. Plenty of water, lack of water. Plenty of water. So heavy rainfall of the northeastern area contributing with many tributaries and direct rainfall to the river Brahmaputra. But one thing is also very important here that this river is also very close to Indus. And scholars say earlier very much chances are there Indus Sangpo together and that was joint water and this time period they said once no Himalayas were there Tethys Sea was there but Trans-Himalaya got formed and massive river got generated from the Trans-Himalayan zone falling into Tethys Sea and they considered that earlier ये वाला flow नहीं था ब्रह्मपुत्र का rather entire water was flowing in that way and they call this water flow Indo-Brahm river also. A scholar called this river by which name? Indo-Brahm river. A giant flow of the water, massive flow, Indo-Brahm river, massive big river, falling into which sea? Falling into Tethys. Once no Himalaya, but Trans-Himalaya got built Tethys Sea. इस तरह से flow करता था. That was the kind of scientific evidences. But later on you know that gradually Indian plate moved ahead and shrinking with sea as well further and further, Tethys Sea. And collision with which plate? Eurasian plate. And some tectonic activities that mountains were emerging in Tethys Sea region and also Himalayan mountains and that area. And thus it led to some disturbances here. And even Trans-Himalayas also got affected. Disturbances, earthquake, etc. in that area. And it led to the division of the water as well. And dismemberment or division of the water. Indo-Brahm river later on, in Himalayan formation time. Which time? Himalayan formation time. Himalayan formation time divided into two zones. Divided or dismembered. Indus went to westward as earlier and this flow got changed like that, divided. Indo-Brahm River, it has been accepted that the flow was like that. Northeastern area, this side, more water was there, and that was moved in that way. ओरिजिनेटेड के बारे में तो पता नहीं लोगों को, बस इतना एविडेंस मिले हैं बस कि एग्जैक्टली ओरिजिन नहीं बता पा रहे हैं अभी भी, पर ये बताया जा रहा है कि ये जुड़े हुए रहे हैं इस पूरे फ्लो को. एंड दिस वाटर फाइनली फॉलिंग इनटू विच एरिया, दिस. तो ये सब बेसिकली जो बेस्ड ऑन सम एविडेंस दे कलेक्टेड. तो Indo-Brahm river, if they ask, then you can think of which two combination, Indus and Brahmaputra. But question is that why Brahmaputra river then took the U-turn also here? Because you know with the time Himalayas were building up, and which mountain also got emerged? The northeastern hilly region, Patkai, Bumnagar. And river in Brahmaputra preferred which area? The Patkai Naga zone or Assam lowland area? Assam lowland. Even this side, which gap also got created that time, Malda gap, further led to the more low-lying area, and water has turned like that. So river, look, you can say the course of river throughout the history is same or it change with the time. Change with the time. Whatever we are observing present time, but it could in future also change, in past also was change. So Brahmaputra right now we taking U-turn or straight flow, you can say. U-turn flow. And this U-turn flow is a result of which region? Himalayan formation. और हिमालयन विच बैंड? सिंटेक्सियल बैंड. हिमालय धीरे धीरे सिंटेक्सियल बैंड बनाकर चूँकि ऐसे मुड़ गए, सो रिवर ने भी ऐसा टर्न ले लिया. केवल एक जगह कट करना पड़ा, नाम चबरवा के आसपास. So this question UPSC asked once in the PT exam, prelim exam, and why Brahmaputra having the U-turn? Because of the Himalayan features. The syntaxial band or northeastern hilly region got formed with the time. Avoiding that, reaching to plain area, Assam and Bangladesh lowland, Malda gap, this river moved like that, U-turn, and then southern turn. So U-turn flow due to this reason. But you know very well that this river is, of course, once passing through India and Arunachal and Assam, then plenty of water, lack of water, plenty of water. And this river has one tendency after reaching in plain area, because it is having large volume of water with mountain, then more sediment, less sediment as well, more sediment. And this river is so much water, then it is very difficult for this water to move on. Because in the low-lying area of Assam, this river is getting slower as well. So this river is depositing the sediment in between. Suppose depositing sediment here and then bypassing like that. So this river is also showing the meandering nature, but इतना पानी है कि कई धाराएं निकालती हैं. Brahmaputra river in Assam area, especially in which state? Assam and Bangladesh. This river has only one channel, or this river is having various channel, one channel here, like that. And which thing river deposit here? Sediments, like that. But this zone, what will you will call that this zone? The Doab area or river island area? Doab area means land between two rivers. Here the same river is there, only the channel came out and depositing the sediment, then joining here. It is not the delta, because delta formed at the mouth. So, but all side of this sediment we have the water. Suppose here also the Brahmaputra water, here also the Brahmaputra water, here the also water. And in between the sediment there. So what we will call this feature? River island. So Brahmaputra river is also famous for in Assam or many states, river island. River island. And one famous river island Brahmaputra is known for in the world, Majuli river island. Which island? Majuli. So Majuli is in only India's largest, world largest island. World's largest island. The made by Brahmaputra. So river island create कर सकती हैं, Ganga, Indus, Brahmaputra. But which river known to form the largest river island in the world? Brahmaputra. It means Brahmaputra is having more sediment, less sediments, more sediments. and it has broader valley or small valley, broader valley, और ये आगे तक बढ़ती जाती है, इतना पानी इसके अंदर आ रहा है, and it has only single flow or it is bifurcated into many channel. कभी कभी इन चैनल को एक नाम देते हैं ब्रेडेड चैनल, भी चैनल ब्रेडेड चैनल, ज़्यादा पानी है, ज़्यादा सेडिमेंट उनको हैंडल करने के लिए ब्रीडिंग करती है ब्रह्मपुत्र रिवर, ब्रेड चैनल। इन ब्रेड चैनल मतलब ये होता है कि जो बहुत ज़्यादा मैसिव वॉल्यूम है उसको हैंडल करने के लिए, जो बहुत से लोग लंबे बाल होते हैं तो उनको ब्रीडिंग करते हैं, गूंथना बालों को, इस तरह से रिवर ब्रह्मपुत्र भी ये काम कर रही है। तो ब्रेड चैनल मीन्स सिंगल फ्लो ऑफ द रिवर और many channel, and the channel again joining after depositing sediment in between, but in that journey they create which thing? The river island. Which famous river island? Majuli. Suppose here it is famous island Majuli here, but this zone is also famous for which city as well? G for Guwahati. And one national park is also there on this journey. Which national park? Kaziranga National Park. And one tea garden area, Dibrugarh area. Which area? Dibrugarh. So many more places are there on this journey of the Brahmaputra. But which famous places also there in Assam area? For example, the river Brahmaputra is having which name in Assam? Then if I write down here, then this D for which name? In the beginning in Assam. Famous area for tea garden, Dibrugarh. Also this M for which name? Majuli, River Island. And this K for which national park? Kaziranga. Famous for which animal? One-horned rhino. Kaziranga. And this G for which name? Guwahati. So if I say Dibrugarh, Majuli, Kaziranga, Guwahati, then which river of the India? Brahmaputra. If we are saying Prayagraj, Varanasi, Patna, then which river of the India? Ganga. If we say the rivers having the Srinagar, which river of the India? Jhelum. And we say the places like Panipat, Yamunanagar, Delhi, Mathura, Agra, which river of the India? River Yamuna. This part. So famous places also you can locate. Any national park. Which famous national park on the river Brahmaputra? Kaziranga is famous national park, famous for one-horned rhino and many more species. इंडिया में कुछ फेमस नेशनल पार्क हैं, जिम कॉर्बेट रामगंगा रिवर साइड एंड काजीरंगा द ब्रह्मपुत्र साइड एंड रणथंबोर ऑफ राजस्थान, कान्हा ऑफ द मध्य प्रदेश, परियार ऑफ द केरला एज वेल एज द बंदीपुर ऑफ कर्नाटका. आई विल डिस्कस लेटर ऑन. वी विल ट्राई कि कुछ नेशनल पार्क यहीं पर हो जाए, रिवर के थ्रू हो जाए दिस एरिया. सो इट इज़ द ब्रह्मपुत्र रिवर. But Brahmaputra river has many tributaries, of course, because it is having high rainfall area, northeastern area, and Bhutan side, and some river coming from Tibet also joining with the Brahmaputra, and Sikkim as well. So which way we can remember the tributaries? Which way till now we adopted? West to east, or north to east, or south to west? West to east. West to east, you can make one sequence of the tributaries of the Brahmaputra as well. So write down some famous tributaries of Brahmaputra. Tributaries of Brahmaputra. Of Brahmaputra. West to east again in your mind, then the same thing, west to east journey. For example, one famous river is which river? Teesta river. Westward. And further eastward we come, then one river of the Bhutan, Raidak river. And one more river further eastward, Sankosh river. Also Bhutan side. Also we have one more river, Manas river. And once we come to further eastward like Arunachal side, then one river is Kameng river. Which river? Kameng. Kameng is one district of Arunachal also, near the famous valley Tawang. Tawang, Kameng, famous places, sensitive area near Chinese border, Arunachal area, Kameng. So Manas, Sankosh, Raidak, Tista, Kaming, this kind of name. Then further eastward, Subansiri. And further eastward, Dibang. Dihang is different. Dibang river is tributary. Dihang is the name of the Brahmaputra in Arunachal. Dibang is different. Dihang is different. And further eastward, Lohit river. More eastward, the Lohit. Suppose if Brahmaputra river we consider here, suppose it is Brahmaputra river U shape. Then which river this one? T for Tista, R for Raidak, S for Sankosh, M for Manas, K for Kameng, S for Subansiri, D for Dibang, L for Lohit. Then Dibang, T, R, S and M, K, S and D, L. The symbol you can utilize T, R, S, M, K, S, D, L. T star, Raidak, Sankosh, Manas, Kameng, Subansiri, Dibang, Lohit. Then this is the part here. One by one, little bit idea, because already we got the idea of the way we discuss the river origin, river flow with the states. Also, we try to focus upon which famous projects on the river. And of course, purpose is to learn that river causing flood, any current issues in that. So similar way, because already we got the idea, no need to further elaborate for case study, only a small section about this river. What we can do, we can make some kind of tabular way of knowing the Brahmaputra part. First Tista, then Raidak, then Sankosh, then Manas, Kameng, Subansiri, then Dibang, finally Lohit river. So what you can do? First, we can discuss this way. One column for which river? T for Tista. Then one column for Raidak, one column for Sankosh, one column for Manas, one column for Kameng, one column for Subansiri and Dibang, as well as the Lohit. एंड कोशिश करते हैं कि एक सिंपल वे में एक पॉइंट बनाते रिगार्डिंग तीस्ता रिवर that is in the news a lot. More focus on the Tista river. Then river Tista. You know that this river source is which area? Sikkim Himalayas. Himalayas in Sikkim. Of course, Great Himalaya. यहाँ पर कुछ ग्लेशियर होंगे, उनके नेम लिखे रहते हैं, पाहुनरी ग्लेशियर और मेनी मोर नेम्स. तो सिक्किम हिमालय में एक ग्लेशियर पड़ता है, पाहुनरी ग्लेशियर. विच ग्लेशियर? पाहुनरी. कभी कभी इसको कांग से ग्लेशियर बोलते हैं, बट कोई भी एक ग्लेशियर के नेम है. और एक बड़ा ग्लेशियर और भी इसको फीड करता है, एंड जेमो ग्लेशियर. विच ग्लेशियर? जेमो ग्लेशियर. इसके आसपास दोनों पिघलते हैं, पहले पाहुनरी देन जेमो. जेमो इज ऑल्सो ग्लेशियर. If question comes up that Tista is originating from Sikkim state, from which two glaciers contributing? Pahunri and Zemu. You may see this question. Zemu glacier, the Tista getting the water. Eastern Himalaya, the Zemu glacier. But then this river is having also flow to which state? West Bengal, and finally to which country? Bangladesh. And that's why when we say Tista is a river also having water issue between which two countries? Between India and Bangladesh. India and Bangladesh. Any treaty on Tista? No. That's why Bangladesh is reminding India that if any treaty will be there, it would be crystal clear how much water would be given to Bangladesh lower riparian. So India and Bangladesh, this water issue got solved here, pending issue. Pending issue. So India Bangladesh में maximum issues got sorted out, boundary, land boundary agreement, oceanic dispute also be resolved. But still one bigger issue is pending, Tista water issue. So whenever Bangladesh and Indian counterparts are meeting with each other, then Teesta issue also come up. So if question comes up, India and Bangladesh, the kind of water sharing agreement is pending or completed? Pending issue. अभी तो कोई treaty कोई agreement नहीं हुआ है. Bangladesh is demanding more water, but in India, West Bengal area, Sikkim area also needs water. Especially West Bengal area, Darjeeling, Siliguri, surrounding area, tea plantation area, of course, requiring the water from Teesta River. So this water is very important for the West Bengal, especially for which area of the West Bengal? Tea plantation. And many more crop in Northwest Bengal. So this zone, the Teesta River zone. But Teesta River is also having one more kind of aspect. Teesta earlier was a tributary of Ganga. Teesta was a tributary of Ganga than the Brahmaputra. As I change the, we discussed already, river remains same or river may change also the path. कभी कभी रिवर अलग होकर किसी दूसरी रिवर से मिल सकती है. Teesta was a tributary of Ganga, and that is not 1,000 years back, rather few centuries back, till you can say 1777, British Empire time, 1787. तो ब्रिटिश अकाउंट में लिखा हुआ है कि तीस्ता गंगा से मिलती थी. बट 1787 में मैसिव फ्लड in that region, and finally Teesta got joined with which river? Brahmaputra. बल्कि ब्रह्मपुत्र ने फोर्स किया तीस्ता को मिल जाने के लिए. ऑफ कोर्स यस, हाँ, कि तीस्ता रिवर इज लाइक दैट इन सिक्किम एरिया, एंड वन साइड विच रिवर इज कमिंग? गंगा, एंड वन साइड विच रिवर वॉज देयर? ब्रह्मपुत्र. बट विच रिवर वॉज माइटी रिवर? ब्रह्मपुत्र. एंड इन बिटवीन तीस्ता रिवर. एंड धीरे धीरे ब्रह्मपुत्र ने अपनी वैली बढ़ा दी, पानी ज़्यादा था. ब्रह्मपुत्र हैज़ इंक्रीज द साइज, एंड धीरे धीरे दत्ता ब्रह्मपुत्र को ने अप्रोच किया तीस्ता को. अब बिल्कुल क्लोज आकर तीस्ता को मिला लिया, स्नैच कर लिया. वी कॉल, हाँ, रिवर किडनैपिंग. हाँ, इसे किडनैपिंग कहा जाता है. ऑफ कोर्स, हाँ, हाँ, रिवर किडनैपिंग एग्जाम्पल. और रिवर कैप्चर और रिवर पायरेसी भी कहा जाता है इसको. रिवर कैप्चर, रिवर पायरेसी. ऐसा नहीं कि बिहार यूपी में ही किडनैपिंग होती है. हाँ, ऑफ कोर्स बाहुबली जो टेंडेंसी है वो यहाँ भी है. ब्रह्मपुत्र को बाहुबली रिवर भी कहा जाता है. ये रिवर्स में बाहुबली है ब्रह्मपुत्र. ये अपना साइज बड़ा बड़ा कर दूसरों को कैप्चर करते रहे. तो रिवर कैप्चर, रिवर किडनैपिंग और रिवर पायरेसी भी कहा जाता है इस टर्म को. और रिवर पायरेसी. So it is possible that river can shift the camp here. Political leader ही चेंज नहीं करते कैंप, रिवर भी चेंज करती है अपना कैंप को. ट्रिब्यूटरी देन चेंजिंग ट्रिब्यूटरी ऑफ अदर्स. बट ये टेंडेंसी बहुत बिग रिवर्स के केस में ही किडनैप हो सकता है. तो किस रिवर ने कैप्चर किया? ब्रह्मपुत्र कैप्चर्ड फ्रॉम गंगा. विच रिवर गॉट कैप्चर्ड? तीस्ता रिवर. बट तीस्ता भी न्यूज़ में भी थी. बिकॉज ऑफ विच रीज़न? तीस्ता डैम. Which dam in the news? Teesta first, Teesta third. Which dam? Chungteng Dam. Got collapse. In which year? 2023. And yes, please. Actually, you know it very well. Once we make the dams, suppose one river is Teesta River. Teesta River is flowing in which state? Sikkim. देन इन अपर एरिया एक डैम बना दिया हमने. तो हमने क्या किया इसको? तीस्ता फर्स्ट प्रोजेक्ट. देन अगेन डैम, तीस्ता सेकंड प्रोजेक्ट, एंड हियर अगेन तीस्ता थर्ड प्रोजेक्ट, तीस्ता फोर्थ, तीस्ता फाइव. सो इन सीक्वेंस, नॉर्थ टू साउथ. बट चूँकि फ्लड इस साइड से आई, ग्लेशियर लेक यहाँ पे थे, तो ये डैम कौन सा कोलैप्स हुआ? फर्स्ट, सेकंड और थर्ड वाला? थर्ड वाला. So due to South Lunak Lake outburst, Chungthang Dam got collapsed. So collapsing of Chungthang Dam on Teesta third project. So it was the recent news. So it is all about the Teesta River. So this much Teesta River, any current issue, any important aspect. State, which state river? This one? Sikkim. Then which state? West Bengal. Finally which country? Bangladesh. It's still pending issue. But once you say Raidak River, then Raidak River, Sikkim ke close which state we have? So it is Sikkim, it is which state, which country? Bhutan. And this river we call which river? River Tista. That is now meeting with Ganga or Brahmaputra in with Brahmaputra in Bangladesh. Tista River. ये वैसे नहीं क्वेश्चन पूछा है तीस्ता पर कई बार. It is directly falling into Bay of Bengal, incorrect. It is a tributary of Brahmaputra, meeting with Jamuna part of the Brahmaputra in Bangladesh. But which river you can say further this side? Bhutan की एक river है, and this river we call which river? R for Raidak. R for Raidak. Raidak, a famous river of Bhutan. Bhutan Himalayas. Source is Bhutan Himalayas, and then directly going to which state again? West Bengal, and West Bengal से which country? बांग्लादेश. बट इस रिवर के बारे में भी एक न्यूज़ है कि इंडियन इंजीनियर्स हेल्प भूटान टू डेवलप द हाइड्रो पावर. कई डैम बनाए हमने राइडक रिवर पर बाई इंडियन हेल्प. तो इंडियन हेल्प, टेक्निकल हेल्प ऑफ कोर्स, टेक्नोलॉजिकल सपोर्ट in hydro power generation in Bhutan. Two projects on Raidak River. One project we call Tala Hydro Project, and also the one more project is Chukka. तो चुक्का तला किस कंट्री में प्रोजेक्ट है ये हाइड्रो प्रोजेक्ट? भूटान में. एंड विद द हेल्प ऑफ इंडिया, एंड इंडिया परचेजिंग हाइड्रो पावर एज वेल, चीपर हाइड्रो पावर, म्यूचुअल कोऑपरेशन. So that we call win-win situation, mutual benefits you can say. Chukka Tala Hydro by Indian help in Bhutan. So Chukka Tala Indian project, Bhutan projects. These are Bhutan hydro project. India purchasing hydro also from Bhutan. In Nepal also we are purchasing. And to which country we are selling hydro power? Bangladesh. Why selling to Bangladesh? Bangladesh to lower riparian further. So dams are developed in which area? Upper course or lower course? Upper course. Once more speed of the water, more energy in the river. So India selling the hydro power to Bangladesh, but we are purchasing hydro power by developing hydro power in these countries like Nepal and Bhutan. Tala and Chukka, the Bhutan hydro projects on Raidak River. But one more river is also there further eastward. Which river this one? That is which river this one? River Sankosh, middle Bhutan. And Sankosh river is another river here, Sankosh. Sankosh is also Bhutan, Himalaya, Bhutan. But Bhutan से West Bengal तो आती है, but Bangladesh नहीं आती. Rather it is making the natural boundary with Indian state. Which state? Assam, meeting in Assam. Natural boundary of West Bengal and Assam. Natural boundary. अगर आप वेस्ट बंगाल से असम जाएंगे, then this river will also be there on land route. वेस्ट बंगाल आसाम बाउंड्री, इस साइड से आसाम आ जाता है इंडिया में, और इस साइड पर कौन सा स्टेट होगा? ये वेस्ट बंगाल. संकोच रिवर, वेस्ट बंगाल आसाम नेशनल बाउंड्री. एंड फर्दर ईस्टवर्ड विच रिवर वी हैव हियर? मानस रिवर. ईस्टर्न भूटान, मानस. ऑल्सो भूटान. बट ये थोड़ा तिब्बत की जोन से भी निकल कर आती है. ये दिस रिवर द मानस रिवर. एम फॉर मानस, यहाँ तिब्बत बाउंड्री से, तिब्बत भूटान बाउंड्री. तो बहुत सी रिवर तिब्बत के ओरिजिन है. कैन यू फिगर इट आउट विच रिवर फ्रॉम तिब्बत? इन इंडस बेसिन, इंडस एंड सतलुज, एंड इन गंगा, घाघरा एंड कोसी. In case of the Brahmaputra section, Manas also. But or दो river और भी I will discuss. So Tibet Bhutan boundary, Manas river. Then after Bhutan, it is going to West Bengal or directly, Assam directly. West Bengal and Assam. Assam में this river you can say Manas river. ये बेसिकली फेमस भी है बायोस्फीयर रिजर्व इन आसाम, मानस बायोस्फीयर रिजर्व और नेशनल पार्क. बायोस्फीयर रिजर्व इन आसाम, मानस बायोस्फीयर रिजर्व, जहाँ पे वन हॉर्न राइनो भी है, पिग्मी हॉक भी है. तो मानस बायोस्फीयर रिजर्व किस स्टेट में है? आसाम में. मानस रिवर के आसपास. बायोस्फीयर रिजर्व is bigger area in which many research is also happening. वेस्ट बंगाल नहीं जाती. वेस्ट बंगाल कब कहाँ किस रिवर तक है, केवल संकोच तक, एंड उसके बाद ये आसाम की जर्नी हो जाती. बट एक रिवर कामेंग रिवर है. कामेंग का ओरिजिन देखिए कौन सा एरिया है इंडिया का, भूटान है या अरुणाचल है? ये अरुणाचल. कामेंग. तो रिवर कामेंग is the river of Arunachal, and then which state again? Assam. रिवर कामिंग. रिवर कामिंग में एक और भी क्वेश्चन है कि यूपीएससी ने क्वेश्चन डायरेक्टली पूछा था, कामिंग इज अ ट्रिब्यूटरी ऑफ ब्रह्मपुत्र. कामिंग इज अ ट्रिब्यूटरी ऑफ ब्रह्मपुत्र. बट आसाम में इस रिवर को एक नाम से और जाना जाता है, जिया भराली रिवर. विच रिवर? जिया भराली रिवर. सो कामिंग रिवर इज ऑल्सो हैविंग अनदर नेम इन आसाम, जिया भराली. कामेंग का सोर्स है अरुणाचल हिमालय. जो ये कामेंग डिस्ट्रिक्ट है, तब ये एक साइड में ये तवांग वैली, एक साइड में वेस्ट कामेंग डिस्ट्रिक्ट. और यहाँ पे चाइनीज फोर्सेस आल्सो ट्राइंग टू इनक्रोच. सो कामेंग एक सेंसिटिव एरिया हो गया है. वी आर ट्राइंग टू डेवलप द रोड नेटवर्क इन दैट एरिया. सेला जो पास है आसपास, इसी जोन के आसपास है, कामेंग रिवर के आसपास, तवांग के लिए जो रास्ता जा रहा है. So Kameng river, Arunachal Assam river also have another name, Jia Bharali river in Assam. Same river we call Jia Bharali river in Assam. UPSC has one this question, and UPSC की tendency है question repeat करने की. When we have seen 15 years, 20 years back, the question UPSC asked in geography, UPSC can take some statement from that. Another statement UPSC can create. So we have to do one thing. Hardly 300 question will be there. 10 question in 1 year from geography, then 30 years the 300 question, 20 years the 200 questions. It is not difficult for you. So just static area will not ever change. So take the look of 20-30 years question also. Okay, which statements UPSC has given in the past. Then I'm sure that 3-4 question benefit would be there by this work. Kameng river. And one more river is also there afterwards. Which river? S for which river? Subansiri. What is regarding Subansiri? Subansiri is coming from this side. That is north of Arunachal, and this area is Tibet, and then Arunachal, then Assam. So Subansiri river, Tibet, like Manas and Brahmaputra, then Arunachal, then Assam. It is not only longest tributary of the Brahmaputra, but also largest tributary, longest and largest. Can you tell me which is the longest river of the Ganga? Yamuna, largest? Ghagra. Which is the longest river for Indus? Satluj. And largest? Chenab. But for this Subansiri river, longest as well as largest. I have provided a PDF. You can make one correction. In that correction, it is mentioned Teesta is the longest tributary. But which is the longest tributary of Brahmaputra? Subansiri. Even more length than the Teesta. And which this river also remained in news recently, one current affairs news. Subansiri Dam, we are building one of the biggest dam of the India. After completion, it will generate more hydropower than the Tehri Dam in terms of hydropower generation. So one dam on the verge of completion. Subansiri Dam. Arunachal Assam border, one dam we are building up, and this dam we are calling Subansiri Dam. So Subansiri per which dam? Subansiri Dam. Completed or on the verge of completion? Very soon. So new dam it will be, and that could produce lots of hydropower. So why more hydropower in this area? Because northeastern area full of water. If question comes up, which river has maximum potential to hydropower generation in India? Ganga, Brahmaputra, Indus, or Godavari, Krishna? Brahmaputra. 1/3 hydro of the India we can generate over Brahmaputra. So much water Brahmaputra is carrying with its tributaries. So almost all the tributaries good for hydropower. But we have to sacrifice our forest because hydropower is big project, and then we have to require the land also. This area forested area, tribal population also. some challenges also there. Which river is other than this eastern side river, the Dibang river? As I said, Dihang or Siang, the name of the Brahmaputra in Arunachal, but Dibang is a tributary. And Dibang river is also Arunachal and then Assam. But इस रिवर पे भी डैम बनाया जा रहा है, दिबांग डैम इन अरुणाचल प्रदेश. इन अरुणाचल प्रदेश विच डैम? Dibang dam. That is under construction. It will be taking time under construction, but after completion, as reports are coming up, it will be the highest dam of the India, higher than Terry. Highest dam. As I said, that northeastern area full of water, big dams we are developing here. Highest dam of the India, more than Terry. दिबांग रिवर का सोर्स अरुणाचल हिमालय है, अरुणाचल देन असम. दिबांग रिवर. दोनों. Actually, if you just check here, suppose one map I draw now because you have the good idea of the map. Suppose I say here it is the Tista, it is Bhutan area, sorry, it is Sikkim and Bhutan and the northeastern area like that. And that is the Bangladesh side. And the river Brahmaputra we have drawn here. Suppose thick line we draw now from the Kailash Parvat here. That is the flow here. कैलाश पर्वत पर एक ग्लेशियर है, ये चेमा यंगडंग ग्लेशियर. विच ग्लेशियर? ये ग्लेशियर पड़ता है बोकार्चो ग्लेशियर से इंडस एंड चेमा यंगडंग द सोर्स ऑफ द ब्रह्मपुत्र सोर्स. वेयर ब्रह्मपुत्र कॉल्ड बाय विच नेम? सैंगपो और यालंग जैंगपो. सोर्स ऑफ ब्रह्मपुत्र. Like that, taking the U-turn. Which place this one? D for Dibrugarh, M for Majuli, which national park? K for Kaziranga, and which place this one? Guwahati, correct. And which river is coming from Sikkim, Zemo Glacier and Pahunri region? Do you remember this river? Which river this one? Testa river. Now joining with the Jamuna part of the Brahmaputra. What is the name of Brahmaputra in that area? Jamuna. And this side another river is coming. Which river this one? Also Bhutan and West Bengal and Bangladesh are for Raidak river. And which river making West Bengal Assam boundary coming from Bhutan? Sankoch river. This side West Bengal, this side Assam. And which river this one? Bhutan and Tibet border here? The Manas, famous for this. And this one T for Tista. And which river this one? Kaming and Tawang Valley side. Which river this one? Kaming river or Jia Bharali river. And which river is further this side? Long river here. S for Subansiri. And which river this side here? D for Dibang. Arunachal, Assam. Why river joining in Assam? Because Assam is lowland, highland. Water is nature to go till low area. Similarly, maximum river of the Ganga joining either in the Bihar area or the UP area. So we will see that UP, Bihar, Assam, flood prone area or drought prone area? Flood prone. More flood in Bihar, Bengal, Assam, lowland. Similarly, which country is more flood prone area? Bangladesh as well. So this area. But Dibang के बाद which river is also there? L for Lohit. Lohit river easternmost tributary. Rather we can say overall Indian section में ज़्यादा easternmost river अगर है Lohit river है इस side पर Lohit. देखिए. Gradually this journey also. Before that the Ganga and also further westward here. So Indus to Lohit river we have discussed. West to east flow in North India. लोहित एंड दिबांग दोनों लास्ट में मिल जाते हैं बिल्कुल एक प्लेस पर जाके सादिया टाउन इन आसाम. एक प्लेस पड़ता है आसाम में सादिया टाउन. सो वन प्लेस इन आसाम दैट वी कॉल सादिया. So Sadia is one town of which state? Assam. Where which two river joining with Brahmaputra? Same place. Dibang and Lohit. Dibang and Lohit joining or made with Brahmaputra. BR for Brahmaputra. Sadia town से. So this Lohit river is river of only Arunachal or coming from Tibet area? Tibet. So which rivers other than Brahmaputra coming from Tibet in Brahmaputra basin? Manas, Subansiri and Lohit. Tibet, Arunachal and till which part of the Assam? Sadia town. The Lohit river. Lohit river, Tibet, Arunachal, Assam river. Dibang only which two area? Dibang, Arunachal and Assam, not Tibet. So which river is big river here? लोहित. बरसातिया में पर यहाँ पानी ज़्यादा हो जाएगा कम हो जाएगा फिर यहाँ पर ये वाटर गुड फॉर नेविगेशन बैड फॉर नेविगेशन मोर वाटर गुड फॉर नेविगेशन. तो यहाँ से लेकर यहाँ तक इंडिया में इस वाटर का यूज़ किया जाता है. सादिया, डिब्रूगढ़, माजोली, काजीरंगा, गुवाहाटी टिल बांग्लादेश बॉर्डर फॉर नेविगेशन पर्पस. आई विल डिस्कस दिस पार्ट इन ट्रांसपोर्टेशन इन डिटेल. National waterways of the India along Brahmaputra, this water flow. And here एक लास्ट में एक रिवर नागालैंड से भी रिवर एक आती है. कभी कभी इस रिवर को भी हम लिख लेते हैं. टॉस किया है या बाकी थ्रो किया है? अगर टॉस में उल्टा हो गया तो पढ़ाया जाएगा फिर. तो ये रिवर विच रिवर दिस वन? धनसिरी. सुबनसिरी का काउंटर पार्ट धनसिरी. बट धनसिरी किस स्टेट से आती है? नागालैंड. एंड देन गोइंग टू Assam. So many states of the northeast contributing Arunachal, Nagaland and Assam Brahmaputra. So dominance of Brahmaputra in northeast. Dominance of the Ganga in the plain areas, famous plains like UP, Bihar. We must know the area. Punjab means Indus dominance. So one idea we can say that Dhansiri river is also there. Thoda south se aa rahi Dhansiri. But this entire part which we discuss, how can you remember all that part? आप तीनों river को एक साथ बना लेंगे. And what you will do here, suppose if I had been at your place, then 3 column we can create in the last. The Indus column and Ganga column or Ganga basin and Brahmaputra basin. And one line, for example, this kind of line we can draw. Indus, Jhelum, Chenab, Ravi, Bias, and also which river? Satluj. And then like that. And very close to that, which river we can make different color here? Yamuna. Another Yamuna, the Ganga and Alaknanda, the Ram Ganga, and also which river? Gomti, and also Ghagara and Gandak, Bodhi Gandak, Kosi and Mananda. And here we can write down Yamuna, Ganga, Alaknanda, Ram Ganga, Gomti, Ghagara, Gandak, Bodhi Gandak, Kosi, Mahananda. Again and again, same thing you do. And finally, Yamuna के tributaries being, for example, which river? Different color में Chambal, Sindh, Betwa, Ken. Are you able to recall which river of the Yamuna here? Tons. And which river this one? Hindon. Which river of the Ghagra here? Kali or Sharda. And which river the tributary of the Kosi here? बागमती. एंड विच रिवर द ट्रिब्यूटरी ऑफ द सोन हियर? यहाँ पे सोन रिवर आप बना लें अलग से. सोन रिवर. एंड सोन रिवर की ट्रिब्यूटरी अरिहंत. और भी रिवर है दामोदर रिवर. आई विल डिस्कस हियर दामोदर रिवर ज्वाइन. डी फॉर दामोदर. विच बेसिन दिस वन? गंगा बेसिन. एंड फाइनली आर यू एबल टू इवन डिस्कस विच रिवर दिस वन दिस साइड? तीस्ता रिवर. and Raidak River, Sankoch River, Manas River, Kameng River, Subansiri River, and which river this one? The Brahmaputra, and also Dibang and Lohit. T R S M K S Manas Kameng Subansiri and D L. डगवर्ड लुइस मेथड कुछ भी याद कर लें डीएल मेथड एंड ये कौन सी रिवर है सांगपो और ब्रह्मपुत्र बस और इधर से ये धनसरी चलिए अब एक्सेप्टेंस है आपकी बात की थैंक यू सो मच एंड डिस्कसिंग टुमारो द रिमेनिंग एरिया ऑफ द रिवर गोदावरी कृष्णा कावेरी एंड मेनी मोर रिवर थैंक यू आई विल एडवाइस कि जो प्रोजेक्ट हैं वो जरूर लिख लीजिएगा बाकी तो आपको याद रहेगा प्रोजेक्ट भूल सकते हैं आप इंडस रिवर बेसिन में प्रोजेक्ट गंगा के प्रोजेक्ट चंबल रिवर पर गांधी सागर लाइक दैट तो यू मे राइट डाउन दिस प्रोजेक्ट विच आई मेंशन्ड इन द लास्ट ईयर
जो किया है पूरा मटेरियल मतलब जो भी अपने लिखा है क्लास में इसको मतलब एक्यूमुलेट करके एक जगह एक पेज पे पूरा बना के और दो पेज के साथ में मतलब छोटा छोटा करके अलग से करते हैं
करेक्ट हाँ इसकी समरी बना लीजिए मॉड्यूल 1 मॉड्यूल 2 की 2 पेजेस में 3 पेजेस में
ये रिवर्स को अलग अलग
हाँ
अलग अलग तीनों सिस्टम को अलग अलग करके बना दिया जाए
करेक्ट
दो दो पेज में लिख दिया जाए एक पेज में डायग्राम
correct 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 different colors you can use thick lines you can use simplification of the river basin you can do project name famous places here famous national park here it will be easy later on at a single glance you can revise it easily good
सर आज तो आंसर नहीं लिखा
चलिए कब